Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is your boy True55, aka you already know what the rest of it is. Anyways, this is episode 25. Yes, we got to a quarter century. Episode 25 of the Poor Decision Podcast. And as usual, I am here with my two lovely co-hosts, your boy Jet Kamikaze.
Yeah.
And the Shactus himself.
What up, what up, what up?
So today is a very special episode for many reasons. One, like I said, we got to a quarter century. And two, we have a very special guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Gotta introduce myself. All right. So yeah, I'm David. I go by DSmith, and I am a fellow Twitch employee.
Yay! Well, not fellow, because none of us work there.
What do you mean? You work there? You get paid, don't you? You get paid in viewerships over here at Twitch.
Yeah, I guess
Everybody
so.
gets paid.
True. I guess so. So yeah, in that, I mean, I work as a streamer. You work like for the back end part of Twitch. But yeah, so how's everybody doing today?
Doing well. Can't complain, man.
Nice.
Beautiful Wednesday. It's like 30 degrees outside here in New York. So
That sounds miserable.
Yeah, I'm doing great. It was like 80 degrees here in Florida.
Right, facts.
I'm sorry.
Your boy was at a comfy 84 today.
oh no, I'm being hella sarcastic. I just came back from vacation where it was 106 degrees out in the tropics. So definitely not looking forward to what I have right now.
Oh, that is unfortunate. But yeah. So per usual, when we start off the stream, we'd like to know what everybody's drinking today. I guess I'll start since I guess I'm the host. I'm drinking the new Mountain Dew hard sodas, and so far they're pretty good.
Those came out?
Yeah, they came out about a month. Bro, I literally found out because somebody sent me a Snapchat of it, and I was like, wait, they're out? And then I put it in Discord, and one of my mods, the fucker, literally said, oh yeah, they've been out for a month. I was like, bitch, you didn't tell me? Why? I was so mad.
Well, I've been waiting to try that Baja Blast one.
Oh my god, it's so good. It literally tastes just like Baja Blast. It's flames.
That's dangerous.
That's
dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. But it's flames. But yeah, so that's what I'm drinking.
I'm margarita and tequila.
Shaq.
Just Basil Hayden. Bourbon whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Basil Hayden. Yeah, it's a brand.
And David, our special guest, what are you drinking today?
Yeah, I just had to pour myself some Hennessy straight. Luckily though, it's just pure white, so it's not that hard. But
Yeah, because when you said that earlier, I was like, oh my god, this man is choosing violence today. But yeah. So yeah. Nice. So when we have somebody come on to the podcast, we always
happening right here. These are my.
Oh god, that was loud. But yeah, so when we have somebody come onto the podcast, we start off with an interview first, and then we go into the normal topics. So I guess we'll just start off with that and kind of go through the questions real quick. So David, like obviously when you did your introductions, you said that you worked for Twitch. So what do you actually do at Twitch? To whatever you can actually describe.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I am an engineering manager for the mobile apps at Twitch. So I support a team that works on both the iOS and Android apps in full capacity. My team is responsible not necessarily for infrastructure work, but front-end facing features that hit basically millions of users every day across essentially the world. To date, I've been there since July of last year, so I haven't hit full year yet. But since I've been there, my team's been responsible for a couple of features, such as a mini experiment that's live called Creator Mode that essentially centralizes all the creator-related features on mobile to one centralized hub. So you may see it, you may not see it. It depends, because we're just targeting a select couple of people with that one. And then most importantly, a new feature that we released called follower emotes, which are emotes that you have for specific followers. I actually put Truth into that bucket when we were first rolling it out, but it should be widely available to everyone nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I got that, I was like, how did I get into this? And I was like, because you never told me until like months later, like almost when like it did like a full rollout. So I was just like, how did this happen?
It's because G's moving in silence, bro.
I guess so. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot to say this earlier, and I kind of skipped it. Wanted to celebrate the our 25th episode by taking a commemorative shot and making a moment. So,
you want me to take a shot of Hennessy?
You can take a sip. We all already had a shot. We agreed on this before you even came into the Discord chat.
Cause I was about to say, you should have warned me about that. That was not part of the interview questions that I got prepped with.
Nah, you're fine.
It's the first dab, bro.
Right. Anyways, so cheers, guys.
Jack, was you ready this time, bro?
Salute.
Yeah, I got it. I'm here. I made it.
All right.
Y'all want the third one? We can do a third one too.
Maybe at the end. We gotta get through it first.
Yeah. Oh, that was delicious.
I don't know what you drink. I'm only drinking because we got to guess. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm normally here with my water, so gonna make an occasion out of it.
So you said you worked on the follower mode, and you said you worked on creator mode and stuff. What are some of the other things that you've worked on? Like, I know there's been a lot of rollout of new features recently. So like one of them was moments, and also the hype train boost now is also another feature that just recently came out, and I think something even came out today, where it was like copyright music will automatically get muted on your VODs and stuff, and you'll get alerted whenever you have like a copyright thing, so that people can better handle copyright issues. So have you worked on any of those as well, or have you been mainly focused on like follower emotes and the creator hub?
Yeah, so I have worked on a couple of those things that you mentioned, like the hype train. That was something that I had my hands involved with, but it was mostly led by a different engineering team. My team came in to support it. Specifically that we've released, we have those two things that I talked about, but we have other things that are a little bit more ancillary that are in the works right now. Some work around new automod actions on mobile. That's in the pipeline right now. And then also we have an ability to shout out users. So that's something that is going to be released relatively soon on web, and then following quickly on mobile. Very similar to how the private callouts functionality works, where you can shout someone out, or you can hit up your favorite streamer privately on callouts. We're actually introducing a way for streamers to shout out other streamers while they're live on streams, and people can follow them right there and there.
Okay, so like similar So similar to like what what people do with like Stream Elements and Nightbot, where if you have like a command where it just does like shout outs and stuff, so like it can automatically go to that person's page. So something similar to that?
Yeah.
Or like, okay.
Yeah, but they wouldn't leave like the stream, right? So like a streamer could essentially give a shout out to someone and still have the stream going, and it just basically allows people to follow other people. So yeah. Other than that, there's a couple of other projects that we're working on, but they're still in the early stages of development, so I can't give too much information on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff in the community side that Twitch is exploring nowadays. Because right now our primary driver is to increase ways to get viewers to streamers. Because right now, like, we have the top tier streamers who have no problem getting viewers,
Right.
but for your everyday streamer, like, we need to create more tooling to get other people within the Twitch community surrounding our creators.
Okay. Yeah, because that was another thing I wanted to ask. Like, with the current landscape of Twitch, like, I guess, what do you kind of think of it as it is now? And, like, what is your, like, what is, like, your team or Twitch, I guess, as a whole kind of doing to like address that? Because like you said, like right now it's just like your everyday streamer, they can get like building up a community and doing all these things can be like a super grind, and like it's hard for a lot of people to get exposure just through Twitch, which is why a lot of people expand their presence on other social medias. Like, for just an example, for me, like, I'm on Hover, I sometimes post to Instagram and Snapchat, but I kind of keep those more personal because those are like my personal ones before I even started streaming. And then like I made a Twitter literally just for streaming. So like all that stuff is like what, like, I guess, like, just how do you see Twitch currently?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's definitely been a primary focus of Twitch as of like August of last year, is that we tried to switch our focus from just focusing on like the creator experience and trying to solo it, like harness the power of community on the platform, because a lot of senior leadership realized that the lifeblood of Twitch is a healthy combination between the creators who make the content on our platform and the viewers who come to view the content on the platform, right?
Yeah.
And so while we can keep introducing tools that help creators grow, and we still will continue releasing tools that help creators grow, and be able to like do everything that they need to do on our platform, we also realize that we need ways to improve the viewer experience on the platform and help them find opportunities to connect with their particular streamers of choice. So within the landscape, I see it as a very positive thing to actually grow what Twitch is, because from like a lot of the user research that we've done, is we found that there's like 4 main points that there's like 4 main groups of problem statements that we're trying to focus on for the platform and improve. So like, basically Twitch is confusing, finding a community is difficult, browsing is challenging, and then it's hard discovering what you want to watch and trying to catch it while it's live, right? And so within those working groups, we're trying to explore different solutions that help us address those problems, so that our tier 1 and tier 2 streamers, basically streamers who are brand new into the ecosystem or under like 500 concurrent viewers, they have a way of actually getting people onto their streams. So we're looking at different ways that we can target around those communities, bring people onto streamers' pages that aren't like the top streamers on the platform, so that people can find the community that they resonate with the most.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So, that kind of leads into, like, kind of answered like two questions, because yeah, like current state and then like the visibility, because that was like a really big thing. Also, I don't know if you specifically worked on this or not, but like visibility, because yeah, like a lot of the time is like when you see when you like a new person on Twitch, you usually see the biggest streamers, regardless of like what content they make. So like because like I've had like Sammy has watched me on like her computer, but she never logged in on her computer. She normally is like logged in on her phone, because when she got a new computer, she's never logged in. But she still comes and watches and stuff, and then whenever she wants to talk, she'll just pull it up on her phone. But like a lot of the time she'll be like, oh, I'm a completely non-logged in user and Amaranth is popping up on my thing. I'm just like, I don't know what to say to you. But she got followers, so like, cause like that was, have you guys ever like, has there ever been conversations about like, because obviously she makes stuff that is like 18 and up, and the platform is what, 15 and up platform. So like, have you guys ever thought, like, has there been any like, I guess, internal talks about how visibility shows for like, I guess, the content you're creating? So like as an 18 and up streamer myself, like I wouldn't really expect to just show up on the front page of somebody who's not logged in because I'm 18 and up, and you don't know if, you know, a 15-year-old is looking or if it's a 35-year-old. You don't know who's logging in until they verify their age. So like, is that something that has ever been like talked about, or is that like not currently field of focus?
Just so I'm clear before I try and answer, you're talking about specifically visibility of mature streams on the front page for logged out users. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about doing more of a recognition of like the content that you would most likely want to see on the front page of Twitch, like more personalization?
The first one. This is, yeah, the first one, because I would assume, you know, if somebody's not logged in and hasn't verified their age, then you wouldn't expect that the things that come up would be more family friendly streams or brands until they verify themselves.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So I can't speak too much on that particularly, because it's a different working group than what I focus on. Mine is more so focused on community experiences, creating, like, basically solving the users' problems. But what it sounds like what you're focusing more so on is like community health. And I do have like an adjacent relationship with that team, but I don't know specifically what they're doing to tackle it. I do know it is a topic of conversation that does come up. We all know about Amaranth at the organization, and we know that she definitely toes the line on what should be allowed on the platform, what shouldn't be allowed on the platform. That's not my place to say either way.
Yeah.
But I do know that there are a lot of initiatives focused around community health and just the way that we can improve it.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly they're doing to focus on that, I can't say.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I do know for the latter point, as far as like personalization for logged in users, there are things that we are toying around with, like some concepts that we're toying around with, but we just need to get more user data and kind of just understand how people use the platform a little bit more before we want to try some experimentation around that.
Okay. So then, I kind of asked that question too.
But I do think,
Alright.
though, from the latter point, like once we get a little bit more ability to do personalization for the platform,
Yep.
we can kind of, I think that will help community health solve the problem that they have for what you had just described, right? Like,
Mhm.
how do we restrict mature content from being displayed on the homepage for people who aren't signed in? Because, yeah,
Yeah.
without them being signed in, we don't know who's technically looking.
Right. Did you work on the new is it advertisement meth street? Like, they just rolled out something recently about a new advertisement model for streamers for advertisements to be more consistent. And I can't remember the technical name for the life of me, but I guess it's like something you can like opt into. I got an email about it, but did you ever work on any of that stuff, or do you know anything about that?
No, yeah, I don't really know too much about that stuff. When it comes to ads, it's like a whole different department in commerce that focuses on that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess, this is one of the big ones. So
They don't pay me enough to know about ads. You know? That's the moneymaker over there.
You know what? Do they need an engineer? I got them. But
They got me out here making features. That's it. They're like make people happy. The commerce side, they're like make us money.
I mean, it's under Jeff Bezos. We expect him to make money. But
Nah, you'd be surprised. It's a different reporting structure. Emmett is still the CEO. Yeah, Emmett's still the CEO of Twitch. Amazon's pretty hands off.
Huh. That is actually surprising. I actually didn't know that because, like, I would have expected Amazon, like, once Amazon bought out Twitch, I thought they've been, like, well, not, like, completely hands-on, but they would at least, like, want some type of, like, formal structure for them to, profit and stuff. Especially since, like, when they crossed over, I assumed, like, one of the first things that happened was they started using like Amazon servers for like the backend, for all the backend stuff. So if they're gonna use Amazon servers, then I would assume Amazon would want to be like somewhat controlling, I guess.
You think that, but they're actually very hands off with Twitch. We work with a lot of autonomy. The fact that like I said, we have a completely different reporting structure. Like, it's kind of weird working for a company with two CEOs, but yeah.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to your point, like, when Amazon bought Twitch in 2014, Bezos kind of just like let Twitch continue to do its own thing, and kind of just left that model the way it was ever since. I honestly, I thought it was going to be more hands-on as well, like after the incident that happened in October. But yeah, they still have allowed us to do our own thing, and we're very appreciative of that. At least I am.
Yeah, that's really cool. So I guess kind of speaking to that, since you guys are kind of, your own business under an umbrella, what's your like favorite thing about Twitch, and what's like your least favorite thing? And you can answer that to whatever point you want to.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Answered it so you don't get fired.
I don't believe what you say. I definitely would say that my favorite thing about Twitch is the fact that I don't directly get paid to play video games, but I kind of get paid to play video games, which is kind of nice. It's very it's a very dope setup, I would say, in the sense that people are very mellowed out, very chill compared to like other organizations I've worked for. So I kind of don't really go into any day with like a high level of stress, like I've had in like previous roles. And then also the way that we release changes is like minimal risk in terms of just like production issues. So those are like the most high stressful situations, and we don't really have those.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of the best things about working at Twitch. One of the worst things about Twitch, I gotta think about that one.
Oh, well, it was more so
mean-
not just working, but just like as Twitch as like, you know, a platform or as a company, either one. It doesn't really matter.
He wants to say VTubers, but he can't say it, so it's fine.
No, VTubers. The only thing first of all, VTubers are more of a presence on YouTube than they are on Twitch. Although Twitch is very big with VTubers now because of JoJo, but that's a different. We can talk about that later, Shaq.
You done got that boy started. That's why your fault, Shaq.
See, I stopped though. This isn't about me right now.
Yeah, I was still trying to think. So I think like I think I would say probably the worst thing so far, I would say, is that some days you kind of don't know what project you're going to work on. So it's like you might work on one project, you'll see it out the door, you'll collect some data on it, and then it might get scrapped. And so it kind of like, it's a little disheartening, I would say. It's nice because I mean you still like experiment and try different things, but just the fact that like you can spend like 3 months working on a project and then you release it, you do like a little bit of beta testing with it, you get it out to like maybe Latin American demographics out there, and then it doesn't do well, and then it basically just you never hear from it again. So I would say that's probably like the worst thing, in my opinion.
Kind of just the experimentalness of like different projects that you guys try and test out to help reach different communities, essentially.
Yeah, it's difficult when you work in like the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's gonna be hot, you don't know what's gonna flop, right?
Yep.
And so when you're up in the leagues of like Twitch, and your primary competitors are like YouTube and Facebook gaming, you kind of don't want to have that risk. And I'm pretty sure the same thing happens at like Facebook gaming and YouTube, for YouTube Live and whatnot. You don't want to introduce features that could either completely damage your brand or create issues for your users so that they then gravitate towards like one of those other bigger platforms, right? So there's a lot of like tweaking that has to happen behind the scenes before they realize that like, oh, the data says like, oh, like this would do really, really well after we've tested it in like either LATAM or over in the Asian Pacific area, or even right here in the United States, with like a small targeted group of people. They try and extrapolate the data, and if it says yes, then they release it everywhere. If it says no, then they kind of drop it. So I mean, I get it from their perspective, but yeah, it's still, it's a little disheartening going into something with high hopes, having to get like your team to rally around it, and then it gets shut down. So
Okay. Yeah, and I can get that. I mean, like that. I feel like that's like a thing with like every like project that somebody works with, but I can understand how that is like expedited or like heightened for like Twitch or any other platform, because like you guys have to essentially, you're doing this, like everything you guys do is an experiment based off of data that you've extrapolated, but you never know how it even if all the data says it's technically right, then that doesn't mean that people will still receive it well.
Yeah. So like based off of that, because it's been something that we've had to deal with for quite a bit. We've actually started trying to listen to the community more. So we have this initiative called like Community Delight, which is basically we have a lot of ambassadors who are like listening on different social media, basically listening to like anyone who emails us or reaches out to us like on any other forum to basically voice like, you know, features that they wish we had, or voice their like complain about particular features. And based off of the feedback that we get, we'll decide now to kind of like say like, hey, the community wants this, like we'll go and implement this. So we don't really have to do the whole experimentation phase anymore, which is nice. We still do it to some degree, but it's nice to know that we have this new initiative called Community Delight, so that we can kind of just like we can essentially support things further for like a larger group of people.
Is Community Light like something that is targeted towards like the upper echelon of streamers, or is that something that you guys try to go through like full range spectrum of demographics? Like, is that something that's just partner? Is it affiliate? Is it
It's anyone who uses the platform, even viewers. If you're a lurker and you don't really respond in chat, you don't stream at all, but you have like some feature that you would like, like, you know, just send out something to like the community ambassadors that we have on like multiple different platforms. And I'm telling you, like, we're looking at it. And then figuring out where we can prioritize it in our roadmap. So
okay,
and that's more of a newer initiative that came out. I want to say like 2-ish months ago. So
yeah, because I may have gotten emails on it, but I don't read. I am a child. But yeah,
That boy said, I don't read.
bro, I don't. I am an engineer.
What?
I literally went to school to not read. The fuck?
Black man got on the internet and said he don't read. Oh Lord.
Yeah, oh Lord.
What do you
Dang
mean?
it.
Out here
Ripple
drinking on the internet saying he don't read.
True, and somehow I am moderately successful at life. So you know what? Remember, kids, you can do anything.
Hey.
You've setting us further back than Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
We can talk about that later. We'll get to that later. This isn't about Will right now. This is about you. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, no. Shit, I actually forgot what I was talking about because of that. See, I told you. I don't read. I can't think. I'm old, dog. But do you have like some well, I can probably get the information from you later, and I'll just post it in the description, or if you'd like to, if you wanted to post it in the Discord, because I feel like that would be something that I feel like a lot of people don't realize that they have and would like to take advantage of. Because even now, like you telling me this, I was like, wait, when did this happen? And I try to read most of my emails from Twitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's like a formal email about it, but I can dig up the information that's public around it and send that out.
Yeah, if you could post it in general or something like that, and I'll get it and I'll post it on when I make the YouTube video. I'll post it in there.
Sure.
Because I feel like that's something that I feel like people would really like to be able to do, because I feel like one of the biggest things that I feel like is currently happening from like, you know, a streamer or perspective is like I understand where you guys are coming from. Like, you are a company and there's only so many things you can do at once, but it feels like, you know, smaller streamers don't really have a voice. And the fact that you guys are trying to give them a voice is really good, and it's actually really cool. I just feel like it's something that people don't know about, so it kind of get lost. But I mean, that happens with a lot of stuff.
Trust me, our big name streamers are a little upset about that. But yeah, we're not a platform to just service them. We're a platform to service everyone. So
yeah, and that's why I stream on Twitch. Well, I mean, that's part of the reason why I stream on Twitch. But yeah, I'm trying to see. We talked about the boost train. Oh, so I mean, so we kind of talked about this, but what is your opinion on the boost and then like the hype train boost and all that stuff? Like we kind of went over it, like saying that like you knew about it and sort of worked on it, like with like offhandedly and stuff. But what is your opinion on that feature and stuff? Because I know that it's been kind of divisive in kind of ways. Well, not the hype train one, because that literally just came out last week. But like just boost in general, because a lot of people kind of touted it as essentially a pay to win style of exposure.
yeah. So about boost specifically, it's not one that I'm too familiar with. I know about it a little bit, but like I don't really know what a lot of the community's reaction is to it, since we were removed by it. Again, that was like commerce, so
Yeah.
completely different department. Hype train, we did kind of work a little bit on, and I've only heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't really heard a lot of negative things about it. If I understand it correctly, Hype Train was the feature that comes in. You basically try and hit like a threshold with like subs, bits, follows, etc. Right? Within like a short allotted amount of time. Hype Train.
It's monetary, so subs and bits, and then you have different thresholds. And as you hit those thresholds, the hype train becomes bigger and bigger, which allows you to get these like specific global emotes and stuff. But I think last week they or you guys, not they, released an updated version of it, which I don't know if it's in beta or not, or if it was just a full release of it. But it's now essentially you get the boost feature for hype trains. But it's, at least from what I understood, it's like slightly random. Like I don't fully understand the concept of it yet, but it says it's like if you get a hype train, you have the potential of also getting essentially the boost feature from the hype train. But they don't have ways that they don't specify how it happens. It just say it could happen. But
yeah, I'm not too familiar with that one. I only helped out on V1, so like the first implementation for like the hype train functionality. As far as like the boost stuff goes, like I was blissfully unaware that was even added into hype train. So.
And just got it last week. You were still on vacation.
There you go. That's why I didn't know.
So okay, yeah, that was just one of the things, because it was literally, I got an email about it, I think like last Wednesday or Thursday. So I was curious your thoughts on it, but okay.
I told you they keep me out of the money.
Apparently, but I've been talking a lot. So Shaq or Chris, do you guys have any questions for David?
You wouldn't let me ask my question, so.
Oh, go ahead, ask your question, dog. It's all you.
No, I don't want to bring up VTubers.
Bro, go ahead and say what you want to say.
Go ahead, bro. Say with your chest.
Right.
No, Chris got it. I don't want to talk about VTubers, bro. I'm gonna sound like a hater.
Bro, because you
talk
are.
about YouTube. We talk about YouTube.
No, he's talking about VTubers.
Oh, VTubers. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole VTuber thing. but that's just me.
Go ahead, bruh. You already started it,
Yeah,
bruh.
you know,
It's
talk
nice.
talk talk what you gotta say,
I know.
bro.
Actually, I'm
No,
genuinely just like talking shit. I don't actually have anything like constructive to say about VTubers.
You never have anything constructive to say about VTubers. We're well aware of that.
I guess on a more like personal level, like a little unrelated to Twitch, but like, how did you? I guess was it like your ultimate goal to work at Twitch, or how did you end up kind of moving in that direction from whatever your original plan was? Like,
Well, fun story.
Yeah.
We used to work together.
Yeah, we used to work together back when I was. Well, actually, we went to college together, so start there.
Yeah.
And then we went. Our first job out of college, we worked together at Lockheed, and then I just kind of wanted to move up to New York, so I made the trip up. It was either SF or New York, and I just knew more people in New York. Decided to make the trip up here. Did a couple of things in the mobile space since I didn't have the opportunity to do that at Lockheed. So I worked at a couple of financial corporations, American Express, Capital One. Realized that fintech wasn't really for me. And yeah, I always liked to play video games. So whenever I had a chance, I'd play with like Avery. I played with Jed a couple times too. So I know him. And then one day out of the blue, I got messaged from my current manager about an opening at Twitch on LinkedIn. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll see if I can go through with it. Knowing that I barely have ever streamed before, but the pandemic definitely opened up my eyes to trying to get behind streaming and do more around it. And so when that opportunity opened up the doors for me, I was just like, oh, this is great. Because one, I get to do something that I'm passionate about, which is first is gaming, first and foremost. Two, also just being social on the internet, because the internet can be a very isolating place. So having the opportunity to be social on the internet definitely is a huge plus in my opinion. Yep. Were you gonna say something?
no, I was just saying. All right, cool.
Yeah. And so yeah, like when the opportunity presented itself, like I definitely jumped on board with it. And to be honest, like the interview process wasn't as rigorous as what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way difficult since it's technically Fang. But yeah, it was pretty calm interview. They just really wanted to get to know me and know about my experiences and what would draw me to Twitch, and kind of want to know what games I like to play. So at the time I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft. So I had a lot of conversations with interviewers on that stuff.
All right, cool.
That's cool. So you're saying I have a chance? No, I'm just kidding.
No, seriously. I mean, right now Twitch is going through like a massive hiring phase. So there's a chance. There's a chance for it. And they're open, for the most part, they're open to like remote
Work.
Because like my team is technically in SF. So the pandemic really opened up a lot of doors in the sense that as long as you can work, reasonable hours, like you can't really work like
Midnight.
You can't expect to
6 o'clock.
Yeah, you
like
can't.
that.
You can't really expect to work like internationally in India and then kind of like working on an SF team.
Yeah.
I mean that might not fly. All right, I'm not gonna say it won't fly, but it might not fly. But
Like,
for the most part,
time zone changes would be like insane for like work hours and stuff. But
yeah. But I mean, like
It can work because I mean, there's people who are like central that I like work with, and like it's not an issue with that. And then like
but you're talking about like an hour difference versus like an 8-hour difference.
No, like
No.
3 hour, like 8 hour difference I can understand, but well, even then, like there was times where I just get, like when I was in the UK for work, like I would just get calls at 2 o'clock in the morning, and that was just life.
Yeah, bro, I'd be sick.
But we do have an individual who does that. We have one person on the mobile team. They don't work for my team specifically, but she works late into the evening in the UK because she wants to live out in the UK. And she works, her team's based out in SF, and somehow they made it work. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but ideally if you could just work like within normal operating hours, at least within like the US. I don't really think a lot of people see a problem with it anymore at Twitch.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So, do any? Well, are you guys like completely I guess online now, or in terms of like work and stuff, or do you guys like still go into the office and stuff?
So right now we haven't gotten like the official stance, but right now the official stance is they're not going to pressure you to work in the office. The offices are open, so you can go in if you want to.
Okay.
Which they're really nice offices, by the way. At least the ones in New York and the one in SF, like HQ, really nice offices. But yeah, it's open for employees if they want to go there. Not all the amenities are available, but most of them are.
Damn,
but
the sushi bar ain't open no more? I'm just kidding.
Well,
Wait,
when I was out there in SF,
do they actually have a sushi bar?
it's they have a kitchen. So there's a kitchen in SF. And when we were there, because I went for like a work event.
Yeah.
When we were there, we actually just called. We spoke to the chef and we got them to actually cater. So wasn't sushi, but we had pizza for like, we had a whole pizza bar set up for like 3 days. So.
Oh, nice. If it's not sushi, I'm going to Google. They got a sushi bar. No, I'm just kidding.
I do have a, I guess, Twitch-related question, more like work-related question, as opposed to personal. So I know you kind of mentioned earlier that, you guys have to cater to all streamers as opposed to, like, your big names, like your Amaranths and people like that, or, like, the offline TV people when they were on Twitch.
They're still on
How do you
Twitch.
guys...
Well, go ahead.
How do you guys... how do you work that balance? Like when, your big name streamers might be complaining about something, but like for the good of the community, it might be better not to oblige them.
Yeah, that's a good question. Definitely outside my pay grade, but I'll try and answer it the best way I can. So, like you said, it's a delicate balance as far as like trying to appease like your big name streamers, trying to appease the community. Most of the time, both sides are on the same side of the coin, but then sometimes there is like a bit of controversy. I think what Twitch does for the most part, and again, outside my pay rate, so I can't give you the absolute 100% correct answer, but from the way that I've seen it, there's definitely an evaluation of like one, what would be like the blowback of something. So in the sense like if we were to appease one side, like the big streamers, like how upset would it make the entire community? If we were to appease the entire community, how would it make the biggest streamers upset? But two, it's also a matter of showing ultimate respect. So I think that's like the highest thing. It's just like, would the decision that we make, would that be the one that generates the most amount of respect for us as an organization? Because I don't think there's a situation where we would do something for like a big name streamer or for the community that ultimately hurts our reputation as an organization. So that's our ultimate driver. It's just like our reputation. Because like I said before, when you're working in the entertainment industry, you could be hot, or you could be hot one day and flop the next day. So it's all about trying to work through that. And again, like as far as like the specifics, I don't really know the finer details of it. But yeah.
Okay.
I had one other question. Okay, and this one you may not know, but this is just something that I really just thought of like right now. So like, kind of like talking off of like what Shaq says, like what's good for like bigger streamers versus like what's good for like the community as a whole. So like the banning feature, a lot of like big name Twitch streamers, it feels like from a small streamer perspective that they get a little bit more leniency towards like bans and stuff. Like on YouTube, if you get banned 3 times, I think, for like a normal account, you're out. But like contracted streamers have more leeway and stuff. And like even on Twitch, there's been instances of like the whole copyright incident that happened with some of the big name streamers with like all the anime and stuff. Like it just feel like to them it's like to smaller streamers, like if I did this and I got banned, I get banned permanently. But because they are bigger names and they bring in more revenue, they just get a slap on their wrist. So has that ever been like a subject or of topic for you guys? Or you guys or your team?
Not in my specific teams, because again, we just do like features. We don't handle like community health, and then also like the legality of like some of that stuff. Like if it technically is a copyright infringement, or deciding like if someone's banned, if they get unbanned. I can tell you that we're working on like a new report wizard. So like to basically improve the reporting capabilities on the platform. But as far as just like what goes into the decision making for someone like Amareth to be banned and then to come back onto the platform versus you, Truth, if like you get banned and then you're permanently banned, I can't really speak to like that decision making that goes behind the scenes there.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's a fair question. I honestly, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch being a big company, we got so many different avenues, and so, and I'm so far removed from that, I couldn't even begin to know where to answer it.
I just need to know how many times I need to report Avery to get him banned.
If I ever get a report from
Just
Shaq,
give me-
just ignore it. Just
Just
ignore
give me a
it.
number.
Just give me just one. The second I see it pop up.
Oh my
Oh, it's lit.
Bro, this is
Say less.
toxic.
We out here ready about to cancel you, bro.
Right. I'm trying to be a supportive human being for the Twitch community. Canceled. Why? Because Shaq said, fuck Avery.
Hey, it was one of those days, bro. He's been drinking.
Bruh, apparently. That's fucked up. But yeah,
You swearing on your stream?
I'm 18 and up, dude.
Oh.
I stream, I curse all the time.
I don't know. That might be a bannable offense.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking
No,
Christ.
Hey, look at that. Oh, let me find a good play right now.
Bro, this is communism. I hate both of y'all. But, no, I don't. So, do you guys have any other questions for David?
None Twitch related, no.
Chris?
Sorry, repeat that again.
Do you have any questions for David?
No, y'all been going at it, bro. I just want to ask him, David, have you been enjoying yourself? And how is that Henny? Are you alive?
Yes, sir. Barely.
Oh,
shit.
Okay.
he's been talking.
Yeah, I
too
want to do
much. He
another shot.
hasn't
We can
been-
do another shot. I want to do another shot.
Wait, why are we doing
Oh.
right now?
Right now, apparently,
Are you busy?
because
You have something else to do? I'm sorry.
I don't have any questions for him. He's been covering himself pretty well.
I mean,
And
David
I
has
wanna
been
know what,
very
what-
eloquent.
What games you like playing? I guess. Again, more personal level.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Borderlands.
What do you find enjoyable nowadays?
So yeah, I mean, the last 2-3 weeks have been pretty hectic, so I haven't really played too much. But before I was traveling so much, I was into Elden Ring a lot, so I was playing the hell out of that game. I haven't beaten it yet, and I'm kind of scared to jump back into it because it's been about 2-3 weeks, so I've kind of been holding off on that one.
Bruh, just do it.
Rust.
Just do it.
I know. But I'm scared. I don't want to fucking look like a little. I don't want to look like a
Bruh.
little punk You know?
That's all right, bro.
They-
Jet was
No,
on
I was
stream
about to say.
9, like, yesterday for, like, 3
Chris was
hours.
out here getting washed.
Bruh, I got watched by the first boss. They was clowning me. I said, bro, y'all not gonna sit here and treat me like I'm some kind of Elden Ring pro, all right?
Bro.
But this time, I came back. I'm not gonna lie. I
A
clapped Dodger.
VTuber beat the first boss on her first try. How you gonna?
Bruh, I
How you
got
gonna let
destroyed by the tutorial boss, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Did I know what was happening? Oh, that thing ran up on me and destroyed me. Bro. Everything in this game destroyed me. I was
Have
like,
you
oh,
ever played? Have you ever played one of them Souls games before?
No.
No, and they know
Oh,
that. Yeah, so I'm
yeah.
going here blind, bro. I was going here blind.
You put that on the stream too?
Yeah.
Man,
Bruh.
you was asking me,
getting-
clown. I'm saying, you gotta at least get a little bit of practice, man. At least get like Bloodborne or something.
Bruh.
A little bit of practice in.
He was out here looking like Ronald McDonald, dog. That shit was unfortunate.
Look, it was unfortunate, but I told him, I said, look, I haven't seen the gameplay for this boss. I don't even know what this dude looks like. I'm just gonna go here and I'm gonna try it, bro. Like 45 minutes later, finally got him. Whew. But the second boss, it wasn't 45 minutes.
Oh no.
I was
You did Godric well.
yeah. I was giving him work, but he worked me a few times. That was only because I was being done. But yeah,
That's
I
fine.
like that game.
Honestly, you're not the worst person I've seen play that game, so
Thank you for saying that.
yeah.
Yeah, you could be like our friend Alwyn. Bought the game, bought the deluxe edition of the game, couldn't beat Margit, and it was like, I'm done with this.
Bro, but
Bro.
that's how he plays games in general. He buys a game, tells everybody else to buy the game, plays it for 15 minutes, and then just stops playing.
Bro, don't get me started on him. Don't get me started on him
Bruh.
right now. He
That's
called
a
me
whole-
yesterday. He called me yesterday
Bruh.
trying to get Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm like, bro, you didn't. I've been playing Borderlands. I've been trying to get you into Borderlands. You ain't played none. I got Kim to play with me because he wouldn't play any Borderlands. Now all of a sudden this man talking about, oh, I love this Tiny Tina's Wonderland stuff. I was like, bro, if you don't shut the hell up right now, I swear.
When I tell you, there has been.
You think he's me?
He literally be giving me essays on why Borderlands is the best game of all time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, I don't care. Yes, they
But
have
why?
butt styling. Cool. Leave me alone.
I bet at one
Yes.
point in his life, bro, he was playing Destiny and he got scarred.
Did you play Destiny? You didn't really play Destiny.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was shoulder charging like crazy.
Never mind.
Hey,
I forgot.
my boy.
I
My
forgot.
boy.
I was the reason why you got Destiny. Because I showed you somebody shoulder charging. It's like, bro, I'm going to get this game. All I'm going to do is shoulder charge people. And then you
What'd I
made a
do?
build that literally specialized so that you could get shoulder charges faster. And I was just like, why did I tell him about this game? I hate myself. I really allowed him to do this.
Bro, it was the best. I was going into rage just shoulder charging too.
And then they nerfed it and you instantly stopped playing. I died. That was funny. And then you went on a 2-hour essay rant about why Borderlands is better than Destiny. And I was just like, dog, I don't
Yeah,
care.
because you could play with a katana. I was like, why not? It's like basically it's like shoulder charging but better.
Man.
I'm only speaking facts here. I haven't heard myself say a lot.
Hey, bro, that's
I sure as fuck have.
the Hindi talking. Y'all got y'all shot?
No, give me 1 second. I gotta.
Go get it. Go get it.
Alright, I'll be right back. Good thing I can edit this thing. Also, I'm gonna go pee too since I gotta edit this shit.
Yo, this
Oh my
man
God.
also, Alan also was trying to get me to buy like that. What was that game called? Babylon's Fall.
Bro, don't get it. It's garbage.
Of course I wasn't gonna get it. You think? This man has been trying to get me to buy Godfall for the last 2 years, and he's like, we're done with Godfall. I was like, I never played it. What you mean?
What you mean? Oh man. Nah,
Uh,
that's, I went
I
through a
don't
whole
know.
stage of playing Destiny and not playing Destiny because people like Shaq be like, "Yo, play Destiny with me," and they be like, "All right, bro. All right, bro. I'll
Bro, why you
re-download this
snitching?
because, bro, you and Tori, bro, y'all scarred me for life, bro. Y'all scarred me for life, bro. Start getting a little bit better equipment, and all of a sudden, all those are, hey, bro, play some Destiny. That stops, bro. It's like, dang, what happened? I thought we was about to raid. Nah, I ain't playing no more. I'm like, bro, what you mean? Got me out here in the streets by myself. By myself.
First of all, y'all like playing at like 10 o'clock at night.
Bruh.
And my
You know-
bedtime is 8:30. So anything past that, I'm not playing that.
Oh, it's well past your bedtime then.
Oh yeah, they be keeping me up late as hell on these nights, bro. It's tragic, man. No, you know, honestly, like you can ask them. You can ask them like if they're texting in our group chat past like 8 o'clock, I don't answer. Like, I'm gone.
Are you talking about the one you're in with Tori?
No, I'm talking about us.
Oh, yeah. Like, literally.
I'm saying it's past my bedtime.
Yeah, because it's true.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing. I just said my bedtime's like 8:30. Out of here.
Bro, have you been like this your whole life, bro?
Nah,
He
it's
used to be a heathen. Well, he still is a heathen. He just used to be a night owl heathen.
yeah. Nowadays,
He was tired.
sleep, bro.
He was tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I go to sleep at like 9:30, wake up at like 4:30.
That's disgusting.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Did we lose David?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I was making sure. All right. I have my shot ready.
You're.
All right. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Salud.
Okay. So, thus concludes the interview section. So, let's go into the regular topics. I guess, well, since we were talking about Twitch and stuff like that, I guess we'll just start there. So, sponsorship stuff. So, as you guys may have known, over the past, what, 2.5 weeks, I've had a sponsorship with HelloFresh. It's still ongoing currently. I think I have 12 more days until it is complete. So you can still use my code and stuff. But yeah, it's been cool. It's been interesting. I like doing sponsorship streams because they give me money, and I use that money to turn around into events and stuff. So kind of just wanted to say, like, have you guys? Well, Chris, you've done sponsorships before, and David, I know you've like done small streams here and there, but you haven't been like consistent in streaming. Oh, that actually falls into my second question, but I'll do that later. So yeah, how do you guys feel about like sponsorships just in general, and like, I guess bigger sponsorships? Because like, both me and Chris have done the Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, and now I'm doing the HelloFresh one. So yeah.
So how I feel about it is like, for instance, you did the raid sponsorship before I did.
Yeah.
And as you said, it wasn't that hard. All you gotta do is read the fine print and see what's going on.
Yeah.
But it took you a few months to get this next one. For it to pop up for you?
5. So from, I don't know when it actually originally showed up. Because I never got an email about it. There was one in between, but it was stupid and I didn't want to do it.
Play this game.
Yeah, play this game for like $2 and get 35 people to play the game too. I don't even know what the game is called. Like I was just like, bro, no, I'm not wasting like 6 hours of my life on this shit. Get out of my face. But this one was like, I've done, so like for like my master's degree, and I had to, one of my classes was tech entrepreneurship. And we actually created something very similar to HelloFresh. So I had to do a lot of research on HelloFresh to see like their business model, how they like create revenue and like all this other stuff. So like I got interested in that stuff like a long time ago. Sammy's a big health freak and stuff like that. So like she's always talked about how she really wanted to do like something like HelloFresh. So like this was a really good opportunity just to like partner with something that like both of us had like a connection to. And you know, to me, I just felt like I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. I was really mad that they didn't send me an email about it because I triple checked. But at the end of the day, I contacted them. They reopened it, and here we are. And I get to do it. So I am very, very, very happy that I was able to do it. Even because like I think sponsorships like these like really help me as a streamer. Personally, because it helps me get out of my comfort zone and do things that like I normally wouldn't do.
Yeah. So for me, it took me a while to get that first one, the first sponsorship screen.
Yeah.
You know, because I was out of the guy and I was going through some things here and there, and then I started getting back into streaming, doing it more, getting back on my routine, getting back on schedule, you know, not streaming at 10:30 for 30 minutes, you know, so Shaq and Kevin would stop, you know, being mad at me. But, you know, I finally got it. I did mine. But for me, like for your question, for me, this HelloFresh sponsorship came right after that, bro.
Oof.
Like, I was like, okay, I'm okay with doing sponsorships here and there because, you know, why not? Why not try and say, hey guys, I'm just trying to make some money real quick. I want to help me.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, I can't be on go like that all the time. Like it was like back to back. Like
That's fair.
Hey guys, I'm still doing sponsorships. It's like, are you just gonna keep being that guy and you just some little dude? I was like, I would at least like to have a gap or two, you know.
Yeah. And that's fair.
But you know, yeah, like that's like I literally told you, I didn't take it because it was like right behind the first one, and I just wanted to go back in my little cocoon. But I would say, as you said, it does help you with becoming like a better streamer for yourself because you get used to saying things and interacting with just saying like, hey, blah 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 blah. You know. I used to be an announcer at one point, and you know, it's doing the same thing, making sure you shout out your vendors. It's like, hey, Shaq and David drinking Hennessy's over there in the right booth. Make sure y'all go and see them. They got shot for $2. You know, blah blah blah. Like, you know, it helps you become more fluent in just speaking and just going off on topics. And then sooner or later, you're just going off on whatever, you know, because it's like a routine of, hey, you know, it's downtime. I can just say this, and maybe someone says something back. So, you know, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I agree.
I'll say this about sponsorships. So sponsorships is just like a form of salesmanship.
Yeah.
It helps you, to the point that Jet was saying, it helps you hone in on your ability, one, to sell a product, and then two, your communication style, right? Because in order to sell a product, you have to be able to communicate what the product is, and you got to find a way to relate to your audience. So there is an inevitable good. I mean, it might sound a little predatory in the sense because, you know, when you're first starting out, you're probably going to ask more so towards your friend group.
Bro, I sold the fuck out.
Something like this.
I definitely sold the fuck out for the raid one. But I will say that I asked people, like I literally went in Discord, I was like, bro, should I sell out or not? And people like, sell the fuck out. And I was like, all right, cool. So I asked for that. I legitimately asked for the raid one. This one I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, to some degree, you're probably going to upset someone by spamming them about a particular like advertisement. But at the end of the day, I do think there's an inherent benefit that you get. One, as the person who is sponsoring the sponsorship or basically hosting the sponsorship, because to Jet's point, it helps with your communication style, helps with your ability to sell a particular item, which when it comes to streaming, the item that you're selling is yourself, right? You're selling
Yes.
who you are as a person, and because you want people to come and view your stream. And then ultimately you help increase exposure to something that I'd hope that you would personally want to use yourself. So like the whole thing that you're talking about with HelloFresh, I would hope that you would love to use it beyond the sponsorship. But I mean, if you don't, that's your prerogative. But ultimately, you'd be selling a product that maybe someone doesn't know anything about, and you're ultimately helping them in the long run. So I do think that sponsorships have more good than bad associated with them.
I agree. Shaq, how you feel about them?
I mean, I'm a person who really like never streams, so I genuinely have like zero opinion, just because I don't have an experience with it,
Well, but you've seen me and Chris go through them, so that's why I asked.
I mean, yeah, but like from a personal sense, I just don't have. Like I don't see them being good or bad in any way. It's I feel like it's up to the person if they want to participate. Like you said, like they give you money, so you like doing it. But like Chris said, at the same time, like one fallback of it is you have to be very active, to benefit from it. But it just I don't know. I think it just depends on what you're looking to get out of streaming. Like for someone like me, like it probably wouldn't be my thing just because. Eventually in life, when I do start streaming,
7 years from now,
whenever that is, I don't have time commitment, and like you have to put a lot into it, like planning your events and stuff. Like when you do, when you do your sponsored streams, like this and the game one that you did. So
yeah, we're not gonna talk about my event streams. Oh my god, those things are stressful.
So.
But yeah, so okay. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to get everybody's take on it because I know, like, that is one thing that has been kind of like between like me and Chris, like in the last I think 2 months, both of us have done some type of sponsor stream, and then like obviously I did the raid one a while ago, and then like I've even been seeing like a lot of people have been going through like the HelloFresh one like in the recent like month or so, but it's really, to me, it's just, at the end of the day, it's a great way to earn money through Twitch to be able to put back into, put back into Twitch, and then also just, help me get out of like, just the comfort zone of just like, oh, I just, press the start button and go do whatever the fuck I want. But yeah, so the question I wanted to ask you, David. So you talked about we talked about this during the interview a little bit, and you like brought it up a bit, but you were saying it was like, yeah, I really like video games and being able to play them and all that stuff. So like, how often do you stream, and like, do you see yourself like going into streaming at some point if that's not something you do like on a regular basis because you work at Twitch? Well, because that was one of the motivations for working at Twitch, I guess would be a better way of saying it.
Yeah. So I streamed a little bit before working at Twitch, not anything major. I will say that since I've been working at Twitch, I haven't streamed as much as I'd like to. But I think that's more so just because like I'm on the platform all day. So yeah. It's kind of like if I did stream, there's no longer a separation between like work and home, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like I'm like always on the platform. So I would like to stream more. It's just one, kind of like helping with that distinction between work and home. And I think if I start going into the office more, I'll feel more of that distinction. Because like working from home, like right now the lines are already blurred between your home and work life balance.
Yep.
To the point that like I go on the site after work, and I'm on the site right now, and it kind of feels like I'm still at work. So I do like to have like the breakaway where I'm just like I sit here, I play GTA Online, I play Call of Duty, I play Elden Ring, and I just disconnect, or I just watch Netflix with my girlfriend and I just disconnect. Or if I start going into the office, I'll feel myself more empowered to stream when I get home, because at least like I had a change of scenery. So yeah, I will say once I get more into once it warms the fuck up here in New York, and I actually want to go back into the office, then I hope that I'm gonna start streaming a lot more.
Oh, neat. Do you have anything type of games you would like to stream?
So I used to stream like Call of Duty for a bit, but I think
So like
probably
99% of the rest of the fucking Twitch
and then
community?
I just kind of like I was like I don't really want to stream this. I'm not really streaming for the purpose of trying to gain an audience, and I feel like if I'm streaming that type of content, one, it's just very stressful already because it's FPSs, and then two, you feel like you have to perform very, very well for people to want to watch your stream.
True.
So I think what I'm just gonna do is I think I'm just gonna stick to story games. I'm just gonna play story games
That's
when I
fair.
stream.
That's my Mondays. So
Nah, man, straight streamer Apex, my boy.
no.
Oh, Avery doesn't do battle royales except
Yeah.
for
No,
Fall Guys.
Avery plays like 2 games in this.
First of all, I play like
Love it.
6. What do you mean? I play like 6 games right now. Well, 5. Is it 5?
Alright. Fall Guys, TFT, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Persona.
Persona.
And
it.
I'm gonna.
Every time we try to get him to like try something different, he's like, "No, I'm good."
No, I do play stuff. I
See,
just
at
not
least
playing
I
Apex.
try things for like a week and then leave, like Yu-Gi-Oh.
I played
This
Apex.
man will just not try.
What game did I
Okay,
not try
that
that you
was-
asked?
I bet you didn't play Warzone.
I don't
play
that.
Warzone. I don't play about. I think the fact that I played Apex, there was already like a lot.
He really played Apex just because he hit like a follow goal and had to. He was
No,
forced into it.
Bruh.
because
Don't
Chris.
make it sound like he
no,
wanted to
because
try
it. Yeah.
Chris.
Don't make him get
played
up here
it.
and like make it sound like he wanted to try it.
I
Bruh.
didn't.
He said-
I played it
he
because
said-
I said if Chris got to his follow goal, I will play. I will sit down and play Apex with y'all, and I
Right.
did.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
I'm going in open minded and I might like this game. It was like, fine, I'll play this because I said I'd play it, and then
Bro,
I'm gonna
and
touch
then-
it again.
And then we
It's cool.
had fun. He said he had fun.
Hey, you are who you are, bro. It's fine.
Bro, I said
Nothing wrong with
I
it.
said the game is fine. But I still don't care to play it. Like it was fun because I was playing with y'all, but I would never play that game by myself.
Anywho, as we said, he is who he is. It's okay.
Bro, I've never not said no to a
love
game.
him. We love him still.
No, you don't. You hate me. But anyways, it's fine.
Yo, did y'all see this recently
What?
about the Bucks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yeah, Bruce
Yeah.
Arians retired, and now what's his face is the head coach.
Todd Bowles, yeah,
Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
that's wild.
So yeah, you know what? Let's,
yeah, I
let's
think
talk
it has to
about
do with
sports,
Brady
though.
coming back and him not really liking Bruce Arians.
Bro, ever since he slapped somebody in the back of the head, I don't think anybody liked him.
I don't care.
Yeah.
My team sucks, bro. I have no opinion on it. No,
My team trash. I don't get an opinion.
I'm a Vikings fan now. If anybody else. Jets.
But yeah, so speaking of, so let's get into sports since that's the next thing. So yeah, in the past 2-3 weeks, like, you know, there's been a lot of trades, a lot of signings, a lot of things going on, and it's been very quarterback centric because it's either people who play quarterback or people who can sack the quarterback. So Von Miller went to the Bills. Randy Gregory went to the Broncos. Kirk Cousins went to the Commandos.
Wasn't Randy Gregory like? Didn't they announce that he was resigning, and then like hours later they were like, "Psych, never mind."
Even worse. So on Twitter, Dallas said that Randy Gregory agreed to resign for $75 million, 5 years, $75 million. Then, literally, I think like 3 hours later, the Broncos quote tweeted it saying "surprise," which was like the Stephen Colbert thing, and then they announced that Randy Gregory was signing with the Denver Broncos for the exact same contract. 5 years, $75 million.
The issue was just the clause, basically that the Cowboys reserved the right to basically like release him with no pay if he got into any like issues.
It's not. They weren't gonna release him. They said that they have a clause in pretty much everybody's contract. The only person who I think does not have that clause in their contract is Dak Prescott, but not important. But in that
my understanding is the opposite, where like almost no one has it anymore. I don't know.
No,
you're
so other NFL teams, yes, no one else usually has that clause in there, but the Cowboys have that clause in every contract, pretty much every contract. So it is more outlier for somebody to not have that in their contract than it is to have it in their contract. But the contract essentially says, or the stipulation essentially says that if you are fined or suspended, the Cowboys have the right to revoke guaranteed money for that year. But they have never actually enacted that clause, even though it's in the clause or in the contract. Normally they just have it there as a deterrent for people to, you know, not go and do stupid shit, because, you know, the Cowboys have a propensity for signing people who do stupid shit.
Do they now?
I mean, I'm not arguing that. Like, if you, literally, Randy Gregory played, like, he's been on the team for what, 6-7 years, and he's only played
7 years, I think.
Yeah, and he played 50 games.
He's only played 50 something games. Yeah.
Yeah, like of the possible like 113 games, he's played like 52, and only like 4 of them were for injuries. The rest of them were for substance abuse. So like I don't get why you would expect like them to say like, you know what, bro, like you had a great year, but at the same time, dog, like we still got to make sure that we, like, you know, you gonna still be on the straight and narrow at this point. Like, we ain't gave you a personal trainer, quote unquote, to help you while you were suspended, and also make sure you're not going back to doing no shit. And like all this other stuff, like they've been like full support of him this entire time, and he had a great season when he was able to like actually show what he could do, because he's always been on some shit. Granted, most of it has been weed, so I'm not gonna, then the legality of that, sorry, different issue. But for what NFL's current standards are, like, the Cowboys have had his back an entire time, and, you know, I don't know. I'm indifferent on it.
Moving on from Cowboys, because you ain't both Cowboys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Who else has gotten moved?
Kirk Cousins going, or not Kirk Cousins. No, he got re-signed.
That's my quarterback, baby.
Bro, he is so trash. Bro, he is garbage, bro.
Hey, somebody put the T.O. meme on the screen. That's my quarterback.
Bro, that's garbage. Bro, he is actually garbage.
Bro, what team was he with last year, bro?
He's the Vikings.
What you mean, the Vikings? Same as this year, baby. That's my quarterback. What you mean, Minnesota?
Brown.
Yes, sir. I'm about to be a season ticket holder.
All right.
Apparently.
Bro, he about to be that one black
Bro.
guy on the show, bro.
Hell yeah.
Shivering.
Bro,
I
he,
said we got a dome. We got a dome, baby.
bro, he about to shovel out his own parking
He lit.
spot, bro.
Hell yeah.
But nah, Kirk Cousins re-signed with the Vikings. Deshaun Watson signed for an ungodly amount of money.
Or guaranteed money.
Yeah,
230 guaranteed while facing like 20
Yeah, but he's
civil
gonna play in
suits.
Cleveland
That's
though.
wild, bro.
bro,
Bruh.
22
Listen, bro.
civil
Two-
suits.
No. I need Dave to hear what I'm saying. $230 million, bro. I will
I
fly to
get
practice
it.
every day. I'll fly to practice
Oh,
every
no.
day. I'll live
Oh, no.
right. He might be your neighbor in New York and just fly to Cleveland every day. I'm gonna be honest.
That's fucking
I'm gonna be honest.
wild, dude.
But like the crazy part is, I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna end up suspended. So now they're like guaranteeing his pay while he doesn't play. That's
So
wild.
how long do you think he's gonna be suspended for? I say
Um,
like 4 to
It's
6
gonna be like
games.
half. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like half the season. Then they'll appeal and get it dropped to like 4 or 5 games or something.
I think it's 4 to 6 games because they're gonna say.
Which I
because
never
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I never understand like the whole NFL like appeals thing because like that shit always works. And it's like, what changed between your original ruling and like 2 weeks later? Not even 2 weeks later, like 2 days later.
Court saying something about the collective bargaining agreement. I guess. I don't fucking know. But the
Like, I
appeal,
feel like I've
all I
never
know
seen
is
an
that
appeal not work.
the appeals, sometimes the appeals don't work, but they'll appeal so they can play in certain games.
Mm.
Cause like when you're appealing, you're still eligible to play. It's until the court rules either for or against the appeal that you're actually not able to play. So like, because it has to go into effect at that point, and while you appeal, it's still pending. So sometimes they'll appeal to say, I was like, okay, well, we need to win this game and this game, but I'm gonna appeal because our bye is in 4 weeks, and they'll have the hearing by that point, or I'll set up the
It's
hearing
crazy.
to be
So-
behind that point. So that way, even though I'm suspended for 6 weeks, one of those weeks is the bye week, so I essentially lose. Like I get a free week, even if I am guilty of the shit. So they try. So that's a lot of what appeals is. Like a lot of it is just like, you know, how can I strategically not
So,
get fucked as much.
Yeah. So he's so I'm pretty sure he's gonna get suspended for a bit, which they're gonna have to sign a quarterback because Baker Mayfield's not gonna play for them.
Yeah, he's out.
Well, he's still there. They're gonna
He's-
release him because
he's
no one's gonna pay for him. Yeah.
He's out. No, like they want
Which-
a 1 for him, bro.
No,
Nobody's
they're not gonna
pay
get.
for him.
But fam, that's like you telling me like, hey, I have this bread that's about to expire in 2 days. Like,
Bruh.
give me $100 for it. I was like, why don't I just wait till it's expired and get it for free?
True.
Like, it makes 0 sense. So no one's gonna give them anything for him. So yeah, they're gonna have to release them for nothing, which is crazy.
Bro, they should.
I don't know where
they
do
should
you,
at
where do you
least-
guys think he goes?
They should at least give him a third. I feel like they can get a third round, but they're not gonna ask for a third
Bro,
round, and that's the dumbass part of them.
Nobody's gonna give them a third rounder for what? Again, they're in a situation where they have to get rid of him because he's not gonna play for that team.
Yeah.
Like, if Deshaun Watson gets injured tomorrow, he will look at them and be like, "That sucks." Which have fun. So if I know you're in that situation where that person, you can't use that person, and you have to get rid of him, I'm a gamble. What am I? Because like, here's the thing: is Baker Mayfield's not that good to the point where like I need him tomorrow. Like, he's not going to turn anyone's franchise around, but he'll be a good kind of like bridge quarterback for someone. But you're not gonna. Why waste a pick on a bridge quarterback? I could just go into the draft and get a bridge quarterback, or call the 49ers for Jimmy G if I want to.
True.
So yeah, then they're gonna end up releasing him, paying him his money, and he'll end up going. I don't even know where he'll go, to be honest. I've been hearing like Tampa and sit behind Tom Brady for a year until he can like get the starting job the year after. But I don't know. I don't really believe in Baker Mayfield that much.
The
Well,
Jets.
Tom Brady's trying to go to Miami, apparently, allegedly.
Well, that was before the whole Brian
Bruce
Flores
Arians.
thing, and now.
Well, no, that
Well,
was
yeah.
literally like 3 days ago.
No, that was when he originally like retired. They were in talks with Miami, but then the whole Brian Flores thing happened.
That literally was like last week, dude. They were talking about it.
They were talking about it, but the whole like idea of him going to Miami was before the whole Brian Flores stuff came out.
Okay.
That it might be back on the table, but originally,
Yeah, and maybe,
That was-
but that's when I saw the news of it was literally like last week. So.
no, yeah. So originally, like the whole like him going to Miami thing, that was like him retiring. He was gonna come back and then go to Miami, and then they were possibly in trouble. But it looks like the league's not really even gonna look into that whole thing from the way it's looking.
Of course not, because it's Tom Brady. But no, because like I heard about it
Well, it's not
after
this-
Tyreek Hill got signed. He was like, "Oh, I'm trying to go to Miami. Fuck this shit. I'm out."
Yeah, so it might be back on the table for sure. I mean, it would make sense because again, it looks like the league isn't even like looking at what's his name, Steven, whatever his face is,
The owner.
the owner. Yeah, so
But yeah, I mean they honestly,
But-
Miami actually has like good receivers now. So
yeah, well, hopefully too is nice. And the other thing is now that Bruce Arians is leaving, who Tom Brady didn't get along with. I don't know how he gets along with Todd Bowles.
he might be fine.
About that,
but once again, it's Tom Brady. I honestly don't give a care. I don't give a shit. I hope he loses every game, honestly, and then like retires for real.
I know he's gonna win 2 games a year, so you gotta play them Falcons.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, speaking of, Matt Ryan went to the Colts.
Yeah,
And Carson Wentz went
I don't-
to.
I don't know. I don't really understand the move, either of those moves. But I, mean, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. The Colts thought Carson Wentz was ass, so they were cool with getting rid of him. And Atlanta Falcons thought that Matt Ryan was ass, so they were cool with getting rid of him.
See, what happened was with the Deshaun Watson thing, they was trying to upcharge the Saints so they can get him. So that's why they was like, "Yo, we gonna try and meet with them so the Panthers and the Saints can't get him." And that made, this is how the story's going right now. And it made Matt Ryan feel all weird that they were trying to get Deshaun Watson. So he was like, "All right, whatever." And then
Matt Ryan's like, I mean, he has been showing his age.
Bruh, Matt Ryan is trying to be Tom Brady, but he has never beat
But he's
Tom
not.
Brady, bruh. And he's not, bruh. And I'm just like, I'm glad we should have got more than just 1/3 round.
Yeah, I could have got third
But-
or fourth.
At least 2 picks, yeah. But it was like, hey, we need to change. We got to the Super Bowl one time with him, and it's not gonna happen again. I mean, everybody else gone, bro. We gotta change up right now. So they was like, all right, we just gonna ship him off.
Also, isn't Julio somewhere else? Because he's on the
Bro.
Titans,
Yeah,
right?
he's on.
Nah, they let him go. Titans let him go.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Titans released him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Titans released him, bro.
Shit.
I thought he signed
Where's
with
he at
somebody,
now?
but I don't remember.
It's Julio Jones. How you not gonna sign that man?
He's probably gonna wait.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really the choice is his. He's probably just gonna wait to see, what the climate looks like.
Shit, come to
And
the
decide where he
Cowboys,
wants to
bro. He can
For-
do the same
to-
thing
to
as
ha-
fucking Amari.
Bruh.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing the same thing in Atlanta, playing for a mid quarterback. I don't. What's the point?
First of all,
But when he's good, he's good, bro.
Dak Prescott is slightly better than mid.
Hey, let's not start that, bro, because you did that shot on him winning the MVP. But we're
And
not gonna
he
get into
was
that.
on
This-
track
hey,
to win the
this
MVP
man-
until he
this
blew
man
out
was-
his knee. Or
Avery, it was like
But-
week 2, bro.
it was week 6. Fuck
It was
you.
like week 2, bro.
It was
You're not gonna-
week
Hey,
6.
this man was so confident that Dak Prescott was going to win the MVP.
With the way that he was playing? Yes, he was.
Bro, they played like 3 games.
Hey,
They played
we're not gonna get
6.
into that, bro, because we know how it ended, and
Exactly.
we don't talk about Bruno. It's all right, bro. It's all right. He didn't make it.
He didn't. Because he played like fucking shit when he came back. It was bad. But that's not important right now. Whatever. Anyways,
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
it's fine.
I
Cowboys
know it's
suck.
fine.
Still better than Jets, but they suck.
I'm a Vikings fan. I don't know why we're talking about this.
We're better than the Vikings too. We beat them with our backup quarterback. Well, correction. We were better than the Vikings. When we had fucking Randy Gregory. Now we just have Dante Fowler. But yeah. All right. Anything else about quarterbacks and shit? I'm pretty sure we covered it on episode 24, the other ones. So, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, all that stuff.
No, I'm good. I'm cool off the NFL.
As usual.
My team sucks, man. What do you want me to do?
Nothing. Didn't ask anything from you. So, let's go to gaming. So we don't have a lot for gaming right now. Few things. Tiny Tina came out. Kirby's. The new Kirby game came out. Both of them scored like really, really high, which is really cool. Other announcements. Testament from came out. What was it? Well, officially today for everybody who does not have the season pass. But it came out 2 days ago for everybody with the season pass. And Guilty Gear Strive and DNF Duel just announced their next beta, which will be this weekend, which I'm going to be a part of. And hopefully Chris will be a part of, so I can fuck up Chris with a new character. So, what do you guys...
That silence was because that's not gonna happen, bro. Okay?
Because you're not going to play?
Because I'm gonna play. I'm gonna fuck you up.
No, that's not happening. Anyways.
All right. We will see on stream.
Yeah. Play for shots?
Of course.
Let's go. But yeah, so, how do you guys feel about, this week and stuff? Didn't Ghostwire come out, like, this week or so? Or last week? Something like that?
I think it came out on the 25th. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, so...
Last week, I want to say.
So, what do you guys, think, like, what are your guys' reaction to, all the games coming out? And announcements and stuff?
Honestly, yeah, I feel like it's been an overload, man. It's definitely been a thorn in my wallet side. I'll say that. How many games have been coming out?
I spent a lot the past few months. I just need the free games and the betas. That's what I'm here for.
Same.
It's definitely like, yeah, it's definitely a lot because we're kind of like starved during COVID, and now everyone's like,
Just
here's all the
dropping
games
shit.
that we were planning for the last 2 years, plus the ones we still want to release this year. So
Oh, also, Stranger of Paradise came out too. The Dark Souls Final
Whoa.
Fantasy game. That also came out last week.
that Final Fantasy game looks good. I downloaded the demo and never played it.
I downloaded the demo for that and Babylon Fall, and I was gonna play it this weekend until DNF Duel said, "Oh, beta coming out," and I was like, "Fuck this!" They announced my boy fuck this shit. I'm about to play that shit all weekend.
And I told y'all Ghostwire looks fire. I was watching that. The new Pokemon game that's gonna be coming out. I still haven't beat Arceus. Arceus, how you say it.
It's fine. Neither is
So much
Chris.
shit, man. So much stuff, bro.
There's too much stuff in that game, bro.
I still gotta play whatchamacallit, Horizon Forbidden West or whatever.
I haven't
Yeah.
played Zero Dawn. Actually,
I'm like
I think
halfway
this
through
is-
Zero Dawn. But
No, you sleep,
also
bro.
haven't
You gotta
played
play
the
Zero
full-
Dawn.
So the problem with me playing Zero Dawn was, so the reason why I didn't initially play it was in the same week that Zero Dawn came out.
Zelda came out.
No, Zelda came out
No?
2 weeks before.
Why do you know that?
This because Zelda came out the same time Nier Automata came out. They came out, I think, it was like 2 days from each other. And then Horizon Zero Dawn came out. And then literally the week after that, Persona 5 came out. So I got Nier Automata and Persona. And I didn't have a Switch at the time. So the only time I played Breath of the Wild was on Shaq's Switch. And then I wanted to play Horizon, but I didn't beat Persona until the next year. So that kind of fucked me. Also, I was playing Paragon like religiously at that time. So
I'm actually kind of glad Breath of the Wild 2 just got delayed because I don't have time for any of this stuff right now.
bro, you don't have time for anything, period.
Exactly. So hopefully by like next spring, I'll have time. And I'm still waiting for what's that stupid game, Silk Song?
That's
Hollow
never
Knight?
coming out.
Yeah, I'm so over waiting for that game. It's just
Bro,
been
it's
5
never
years.
coming
It's not
out.
coming.
just give up on that.
Bro.
You know what? That shit will come out in 2035. There you go. You happy
It's
now?
insane.
But yeah, so that's the reason why I never played Horizon, the original one. But I got it for
So
free.
you can
so
pick
I'm
it up
gonna play
now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have it on my thing. I have it in my library. That's what I plan on playing after Royal. But that is a issue for whenever I beat Royal, which will probably not be for another 2 months, honestly, because I'm probably gonna put like 200 hours into that game, and I think I'm at like 100, or I'm at like 60 right now. I've been playing that game since February. So, yeah. Fun times. But yeah, so, I don't know. I feel like this year, personally, I just feel like everybody's trying to make up for lost time. And like there's like release cycles, and everybody's just in those like cycles. So like you're gonna have right now, which is like the release cycle for all these games right now, then you're gonna have like end of June for like the next release cycle. That's when DNF Duel comes out. I think there's like 2 or 3 other games that are coming out around that time, and then obviously holiday season that you're just gonna get like another just barrage of games, especially because E3, like I think is in July, if I remember correctly, this year.
We tuned in for that shit this year.
No, it's correction. It's like early June. Wait, you're not tuning in,
I will not be tuning in for that shit this year.
bro? You're toxic.
It's mid, bro. Just send me a list of the games, man. It wasn't trash last year, eh?
It was.
Wait, I thought E3 got
All right.
I thought E3 got canceled, right?
Nah, that
No?
was 2 years ago.
No. I thought I saw something recently. Or did they cancel it being in person?
They canceled
I
it
saw
being in
something
person.
recently.
They canceled it being in person.
Oh.
Yeah, this year is it currently is not in person. But
Nah,
yeah.
it says right here. It's
Wait,
it says the virtual event might be canceled too.
well, that's unfortunate for them.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw.
Good, because it was trash last year. They need to cancel. It made no sense, honestly, last year, because like doing the virtual thing, like the same reason last year why PlayStation pulled out is like I can just do this shit from home.
True.
Why do I need to come to your event or like be a part of your event when I can just do my own thing? And it just makes it sense for all the developers to just do their own freaking thing.
Also true.
So I'm cool with it.
Well, we know that for you, but I don't know. I still like the idea of E3, even if it was shit.
Yeah, I just think as a virtual thing, it doesn't make sense. Like if it's in person and people can go and like play test games and like you're like rubbing shoulders with people from the industry, that makes sense. Like as an actual like industry conference. If you're just showing game trailers virtually, what's the point of it? So you can do that on YouTube. You can do that on Twitch.
True. But yeah, so alright. What is the next? Alright, so that's really all we had for gaming. It's really short today. So let's go into shows and stuff. So, I'll go through Shaq's most hated thing first. So VTuber Mori Calliope. She is in Hololive. She just got 2 million subscribers on YouTube, and she also released her first album called Unalive, and it was actually pretty good. Me and Sammy listened to it. We had a listening party. So, congratulations to her. I think it topped out at either number 4 or number 3 on Spotify, which is crazy. But she's actually a very good artist. IMO. Chris got to listen to her the last time she was here. Last time he was here. Yeah, he.
Yes, last time I was here.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. That thing.
Did you like her music?
Yes, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed music. It was great.
Cool. So yeah, Shaq, fuck you. Anyways.
Dang.
Other things. One Piece just recently dropped chapter 1044 in the manga. And I'm gonna let Chris and Shaq talk about this because I very rarely read the manga for One Piece.
I tell you, bro, it was a whole bunch of 30-year-olds mad, bro.
So you mean
and a
Shaq?
whole bunch of 30. Oh, bro, it was going off. I texted him beforehand, bro. He said, "Yo, I'm about to be done with this show. I'm about to be done with One Piece." See, he's not even talking right now. He mad. He said he about to go drink.
Listen.
Bruh,
it doesn't make sense, man. I can't say like anything because I don't want to like spoil it for anybody. But the shit doesn't make sense. Like parts of it make sense. Parts of it just make zero sense.
Okay, so some of the parts of I don't even know how to explain it. But yeah, I seen it coming from the hints they threw out throughout the series. I've always thought about it, but how they came across it was just different, and how they explained a lot of stuff was like they're retconning things, but it was just weird. But going back and looking over it, I guess I'm okay with it, but I need to see more. I have to see more.
Yeah, they're gonna have to explain a lot to make like half of this make sense to me. And it's not about like the reveal of what it was. It's more the surrounding consequences.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. He got a lot to explain. I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give him like 20 chapters and see what happens.
Yeah,
But
but it's
I'm a
basically
dog.
I would say it's the biggest One Piece news in like what 20 something years.
Yeah.
So a whole bunch of people going crazy about it. Literally, people were saying, "Don't get on the internet. There's spoilers everywhere."
Yeah, I saw the spoilers and I don't even read One Piece. I was just like, bro, I don't care. But yeah, so that was a thing. So if you are very into One Piece, definitely check out chapter 1044 because your whole mind will get blown. Also, Luffy is the One Piece. Okay, thanks. Bye. Next thing. JoJo Part 6. Just got announced this past week. It says it's the next batch of episodes, which will probably be 12 again, is coming out in fall. So, none of y'all watched JoJo's, if I remember correctly.
I watched up to was it
Stardust Crusaders.
that one.
Yeah. That's
I
respectable.
couldn't get into the stances. That's too much.
The stands.
Stands, yeah. That one.
So you actually like Hamon more than Stans?
Yeah, I thought it was a unique story. The first one and the second one. What was the second one called again? The second
Battle
story.
Tendency.
Battle Tendencies. That was my favorite one.
That's my favorite too. Well, that's my current favorite. Part 7 seems like crazy, and I can't wait for Part 7 to get animated because I like the concept. Like the two concepts that I like the most are Part 2 and Part 7. But yeah, I
Is
understand.
Part 7 still the stands?
Yes. But it's a race across America, and the main villain is the president of the United States.
Intriguing.
Exactly. Like it's kind of like just the idea of it's kind of cool, and like it's like a American Western retelling of season 1.
So it's a retelling of season 1, which didn't have any of the stands, but this one has the stands.
I can't explain it without spoiling stuff. That and like even the things I said was kind of spoilers, but it essentially.
All right. I mean, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Well, season 7 isn't out yet, but yeah.
Well, when it comes out, yeah.
But yeah, so honestly, I'm super excited for that season more than anything else. Like season 6, I'm just like, season 6 is cool and it's interesting, but I honestly just care about season 7. Oh, and to see what season 9 is about, because I want to see what JoJo Lands turns out to be, because he writes everything in trilogies, and right now season 7 was the beginning of one trilogy, and the beginning of the trilogy, and season 8 just finished, so season 9 should hopefully be out sometime in this year, early next year. I kind of just want to see how he finishes up this trilogy of stories. Also, who the JoJo is. I hope it's. I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, I have an idea.
But it's like a new one every single season. Every single arc is like a new JoJo.
Yes.
So, how would you know ahead of time?
So in season 4, there was a character. So it's one of two things. Either it's a retelling of one of the characters from seasons 5 or 6, which I don't think he's gonna do because of the ordering of stuff. But, well, he could, Araki could do, but I feel like that would be too predictable, and I feel like that would like stunt what he would want to do in terms of like his style. So the next, also it doesn't really fit into the current storyline. So the next thing he could do would be a character he never covered in the second series of characters, which was an adopted JoJo.
Gotcha.
But instead of them being adopted in the original series, they'll now be a true mainline story character because the branch of JoJo's is different. That makes sense? So it allows him to expand on a character he never was able to expand on without actually contradicting what the character was originally, and being able to branch out from there, which also still allows them to talk about a similar style of character to somebody from part 6.
I gotcha. But I'm gonna be honest, for a second there, I felt like, you ever seen that meme of that one woman, like looking there with all the math numbers and geometric shapes flying around her head?
I 100% know what you're talking about. I'm saying this in a way that it's not spoilery, because some people are just anime only, and I don't want to spoil too much.
That's fair, man.
So that's why I'm saying, like, it's like if we were just talking like on not podcast, I probably would just, it was like, oh, it's this. I feel like it's this, and this, and this.
Yeah, you could just text me on the side.
Yeah,
That'll work.
Yeah,
Later on.
I'll let you know later. But yeah, so part 6. Chris, you gotta watch part 6. Or never mind. You gotta watch JoJo's in general. Shaq, I've given up on you.
It's alright, bro. I'm gonna start at season 5, bro.
Bro, I will literally fight you.
I'm gonna start at season 5, bro.
I'll literally fight you. But anyway, it's not important right now. So let's see. What other things happen? So more to think, blah blah blah.
We can talk how Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock.
Let's leave that for second to last. So before that, do you guys know who the Ace family are?
I know of them. I don't follow them.
Have David and Chris, have you guys heard of them before?
Nah, I have no idea.
So they are a YouTube vlogging family. So I think it's like the husband, the wife, and I think they have 3 kids.
Yeah.
And they recently announced that they were going to stop making YouTube content. And but with that happening, they also said, but because we're gonna stop making YouTube content, we're gonna have this extravagant fucking meetup that you guys can come and meet us one last time before we stop making YouTube content in the way that we currently are. And I think the tickets were selling for like $200 per person. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the whole, like, you know, we're stopping making YouTube content to, you know, and then gonna have a meetup before we stop making YouTube content, quote unquote, stop making YouTube content. Well, that's my personal opinion on that, but yeah. So, what is your guys' thought on that?
Bro, people just trying to make money, bro.
Yeah, get the bag, bro. I can't tell people how to spend their $200 if they want to be idiots and buy meetup tickets to meet some YouTube family.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I was about to
Hey,
say.
listen, fam.
that,
If
bro.
I could charge people $200 to come meet us, I'd do it.
Fair,
you better.
right? It's like, hey, you know, and people complain. I was like, bro, it's Shaq's fault. He was the one who said it was $200. I just said I just didn't say anything. But yeah, nah,
I don't have an issue with it.
I don't. It's very scam-y to me, but like, cause they're not gonna stop making YouTube content. They're just doing this to fish for people to have an urgency to come to an event that they're making. But I don't know. So I don't like it in that aspect. They're just like, hey, we're at like. The fact that they had to preface it was like, hey, we're going to stop making YouTube content, damn well knowing they're not going to. And using that to promote their, live event or whatever the fuck they want to call it, that just seems very scammy to me. But, that, if it works, it works, bro. Like, that's the whole same thing with clickbait and honestly, clickbait is how you find, that's how you get views, dog. So, can't really say nothing against that. Still scammy, though, in my personal opinion.
No, it's definitely scammy, bro. But, get the bag and,
Bro, they got like 7 mouths to feed. Like, imagine taking all those little kids to fucking hot pot or some shit. That's like a $200 fucking.
I was waiting for you to say, wait for all the little Timmies. So I was like, damn, not the Timmies.
Nah, fuck little Timmy. Also, we gotta play Unite again at some point. That shit is fun.
Bruh, it's gonna be something different.
Bro, I still hate all those little kids, but that's fine. But okay. Last of the show topics. So, David alluded to this earlier. The Oscars. Did you guys watch?
Smack the shit out of that man.
Yeah, I was watching live.
You actually watched the Oscars?
Bruh, I was streaming when it was happening, bro.
I
was watching live.
I'm pretty sure I was drinking at that point and did. No, I was at a soccer game?
Correct. You were at a soccer game.
Thanks. Because I honestly forgot for a second. I remember who won though. We did. Let's go. It's lit. Anyways, so yeah, Oscars happened this Sunday. And at the Oscars, the smack heard around the world happened. If you have not heard about this, Will Smith was, sitting in one of the ground seat floors with his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Chris Rock was going through his bit before announcing the award for Best Documentary, and he was making a few jokes. He talked about I forgot his name, and Penelope Cruz's husband and Penelope Cruz, and then made a joke saying like, oh, Jada, love you, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. Initially it pans to Will Smith and Jada. Will Smith laughing, having a grand old time, and you just see Jada roll her eyes. It cuts back to Chris Rock. It's like, oh no, it's like blah blah blah. And then Will Smith slowly walks down the aisle, comes up to Chris Rock, and as David said, smacks the living shit out of him. And then goes back and sits down and then says, I quote, keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. And he says it 2 times. Well, the second time he just said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And then Chris Rock proceeds to go through the rest of his, I guess, commentary to announce the documentary award. So,
Yeah, I mean that was wild. Honestly, like people at first thought it was a bit.
yeah, a lot
'Cause
of
it came
people
out of
did.
nowhere, right?
Yeah.
And then when they had to cut the audio in the U.S., that's when people started taking it seriously. You know,
Mm-hmm. So, I
loud
guess,
up in the streets.
and then obviously, like 2 seconds later, Will Smith wins the award for Best Male Actor or Best Performance. So, how do you guys feel about the entire situation that happened at the Oscars between the whole Will Smith situation, and I guess if you want, just the Oscars as a whole?
care about any awards. It's not small Oscars as a whole, but hey, listen, bro. You disrespect someone, you don't get to decide how they react to it. That's always been my viewpoint. So I cannot fault Will Smith for reacting, and I think there was some background between Jada Pinkett Smith and Chris Rock, and things he said regarding her before. I also think the fact that the Smith family has been the butt of like multiple people's jokes for the last like 2 years, basically since like the whole August Alsina thing, kind of helped kind of make the situation worse than it was, just because at some point you reach a breaking point, and I think it was part of it was also to prove a point, like y'all are just gonna keep talking about us anyway. You know what I mean?
But I mean, just looking at it on the opposite side, man, like it's not like their laundry was being aired by like other people. It was like,
well,
Jada's been on the red table, airing out their dirty laundry left and right, you know.
Yeah, but
like,
the biggest thing that we complain about is, or not we complain about, like the biggest like piece of news from their whole thing was the whole like August Alsina entanglement thing, and they didn't really want to air that. That was August Alsina decided for some reason to make a song about it, and then like went into an interview and basically said that he had a relationship with Jada with Will's blessing. So I mean, they kind of had to address that, but I don't think that particular thing was ever meant to come out.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same point, that's in their circle, right? Like that's the August Alsina thing. Like if August Alsina is the one who, like if it was someone who was close to August that released it, I could see you being upset with it. But if it's the person that you messing around with and they release it, like that's a consequence of the actions that you chose, you know?
I agree with
No,
that,
for
baby.
sure. For sure. But at the same time, like at the end of the day, I mean, I want to say I'd say it's none of our business, but at the same time they're in the public, which is why they even addressed it in the first place and had that little sit down on the red table saying like, "Hey, this is what happened," such and so on and so forth. But like, there has been a lot of stuff coming from their end where like people are like, "We don't need to know all this information about your guys' like life, so y'all need to relax." So I will agree with you guys there, but at some point, man, like, all right, cool, you guys know this about us or whatever the case may be. But like, y'all gotta stop talking about us.
So, the first thing you said, I hard to disagree with because, one, you said it was like, oh, if you're gonna say shit about somebody, then you should be able to, handle the consequences and stuff. Like,
That's not what I said.
What did you say?
I said you don't get to determine how someone reacts to disrespect. Is essentially what I said.
Okay, but at the same time, so here's my issue with that. Because of what somebody says doesn't mean you get to go and just go and fight people. Like, especially
not what I said. I didn't say Will Smith was right to do what he did. All I said was you do not get to determine how someone decides to react to disrespect.
So do you think
jump out the window and disrespect somebody? You don't get to say, oh well, you can and can't do this. That
So do you
that's
think?
up to that person at that
Do
point.
you think that Chris Brown? Not Chris Brown. Do you think Will Smith was wrong in slapping Chris Brown or Chris Rock? Jesus Christ.
I don't think he was wrong in defending his wife. I think he could have gone about it a different way, but I'm also not going to say he was wrong, because if that's what he felt in the moment he needed to do, that's his business. And like I said, you cannot determine.
Another question: do you think that he actually? Do you actually think that he was upset, or do you think he was doing damage control?
I don't know them. I think his wife was upset and he was defending his wife.
So she was definitely upset, and I don't think anybody can argue that point. But when they first turned back the camera, he was out there laughing.
He laughed at first, which is fine. I mean,
then
again,
we don't see what happens off screen between him and Jada, and then after that point, he goes up and does that, like goes up and slaps Chris Rock, and to me, it looked more like, and this is pure speculation, she rolled her eyes, she didn't like the joke. Will was like, oh, whatever, it's not a big deal. She was like, no, it is a big deal. And it was like, okay, because of all the shit that's happened, I have to go
up. Or the fact that, hey, I'm married to this person and I love them, I'm gonna go defend their honor because they're upset. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. No, I'm not saying whether he's right or wrong in slapping Chris Rock. That's his decision. I mean, we could sit here and say, yeah, maybe he shouldn't have done it on stage. Maybe he should have waited till like he could approach him privately. I actually don't think he was going up there to slap him. But we can talk about that in a second. But Avery, at the end of the day, my wife is upset about something, and again, this isn't the first time Chris Rock has made fun of Jada Pinkett Smith, so she clearly doesn't like him.
Well, he
did it a couple years ago.
Yeah, he did it in 2016.
At the same award show.
Well, he did it in 2016, and he made fun of both of them because they both boycotted him. And it was like, but it did focus more on Jada than it did on Will.
So again, my wife is upset. You're talking crazy.
But
I have to defend my wife.
How is that really talking crazy? Like, so. From what
the woman has made public announced statements talking about how like sensitive she is about her hair and the fact that she has alopecia and like had to cut her hair off because she can't grow hair anymore.
But so it's okay then at that point.
Clearly, it's a sore subject for her.
It is.
That's a sore subject, but Will Smith crying over the fact that his wife is like basically estranged, doing everything in their open relationship and airing their dirty laundry on the red table. That's okay.
No, I wasn't.
But again, that was in response to their dirty laundry being aired, not by the two of them, by someone else. They had to address it because, again, they're in the public eye. Realistically, people are going to talk about it the same way people did talk about the whole August Alsina thing. So at that point, you have to go on the red table and say, okay, hey, this is what was going on.
But wait,
there's
whoa. Yeah, that's true. You do not have to say anything, but also at the same time,
we're really going to do this.
Well, yes, because like, so here's the thing.
Something comes. Okay, go.
At the same time, you're saying, it was like, yeah, she's been very vocal about how like she is, made videos about her and her discomfort about her hair being gone and stuff. One, it was a very low hanging fruit joke that is very mild, especially with the things that have come out between them. Yes, she's very sensitive about it, but at the same time, like, Will Smith has made fun of like multiple people on multiple fucking comedy stand-ups with people who are bald.
Yes. Avery, it's 2022. We're talking about a video from wasn't it the Arsenio Hall show?
I don't give a shit, bro.
Really, we're gonna do that and talk like now is the same as the 90s. That's what we're gonna do.
So you're gonna say it so now. Okay.
Do you think society now is the same society in the 90s? Avery?
No, it's not. But at the same time, if that's the thing that you're gonna fucking die on a fucking hill for, like, bro, without sin cast the first stone. Cause that shit is one bullshit to me. Two, at the same time, like that, like Demi Moore. Well, that's actually a dumb never mind. I'm not gonna even say that because that's actually a very dumb fucking statement. But like even at that statement, I'm just like, it's a thing. It was like also Chris Rock is I didn't know, and also I don't even think Chris Rock wrote the joke. Even if he did write the joke, like it's fucking low hanging fruit. It was just like
pretty sure no one wrote a joke knowing that Jada Pinkett Smith was gonna show up bald. Like she could have worn wig. I don't think that was a pre-written joke. I'm pretty sure he just decided to say it. He's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I do like the way that like stand-up comedians do. Like everybody, like stand-up comedians joke on people. That is literally all they do.
That's fine.
And like,
That's fine.
but now that's like
But again,
setting a precedent. That's setting a precedent.
No, this is not a new thing where stand-up comedians have been getting flack for making jokes about people. It's not. It really hasn't. It's been happening for the last 2 years, which goes back to my point that we're not going to sit here and act like society in 2022 is the same as society in the 90s.
Yeah,
it's not.
Never mind.
Comedians cannot act the same, and you can sit here and say what you want, but that is fact. Jokes that were going on in the 90s, you can't do them now. You just can't. I'm sorry, it sucks, but that's reality. And again, you don't get to choose how someone reacts. So you can go on stage and make the joke, fine. But if someone doesn't like it, they don't like it. What do you want me to tell you?
I mean, they don't have to like it, but it's like I mean, you can't admit that it wasn't an overreaction. It was 100% an overreaction.
No, it was 1,000,000% overreaction.
In what sense?
You cannot because some
back the shit out of them.
Bro, like no, bro.
You have a conversation.
Why not?
It's an overreaction. Wait, that's the stupidest thing
No,
ever. No,
it's why not?
Shaq, are
I'm
you
asking the question. Answer the question. No. Don't call the question stupid. Answer the question. Why not?
It's assault. That's straight up. It's assault. Like that's a criminal offense. If Chris Rock wanted to press charges on that, he can press charges. You can't press charges because he made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith.
That is true. You can't. No, the fuck you can.
No, I know you can't. I agree. You cannot. But who's to tell someone what level of disrespect do you have to get to decide that it's okay to assault someone, or are you just never allowed to assault anyone when they disrespect you?
I'm not saying that there aren't levels to it, but I mean you have a conversation.
Okay, but maybe we don't want that. Maybe. But do we know that they've never had a conversation? Again, this isn't their first run-in with Chris Rock. Apparently, this isn't a lot of people's first run-ins with Chris Rock because no one was sympathetic at this thing towards Chris Rock, and everyone was consoling Will Smith. But outside of that,
already a problem. But
clearly, there's already tension between these people. He could have talked about anybody else in that crowd, and he decided to go and talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. He
did talk about other people, and then he was in the process of talking shit about other people.
He could have smit Jada Pinkett Smith. He didn't have to go there. Would have been fine. He did it. He made a choice, and Will Smith made a choice. They're both grown men. They made choices.
Yeah, and
Will Smith made a
fucking stupider choice.
I disagree. I think they were both dumb choices. I'm not here to say whose choice was dumber or not.
Bro, assault is always going to be a dumber choice.
I disagree. Who's to say? Maybe clearly he had no problem assaulting him, and he was fine to live with those consequences. I mean, realistically, he slapped him. Okay, Chris Rock presses charges. He spends a night in jail and pays a fine. Oh my goodness, end of the world for a multimillionaire.
Bro, let me ask you this. Like,
listen.
Well,
if that actually happened, like, if he went to jail for that stuff, if he actually had the charge for assault, that might be the end of his career. He might lose. Do we really think slapping Chris Rock defending his wife was going to be the end of Will Smith's career?
In the grand scheme of things, no. But would that hurt him?
Do we know what people are doing in Hollywood, and we're going to say that someone slapping someone is going to be the end of their career?
Do we air it publicly? Do we have the video evidence to show that?
All right, bro. Yeah, get it. If you guys really think that Will Smith's slapping, I think that would just kill somebody the other day, Flea, and they're still interviewing this guy.
Hey, look.
Stop playing, man. What are we doing here?
We just gonna cut it right there because we at that point.
No, because it's still stupid, dog.
Just at his past bedtime.
I at the end of the day, I just don't think any of us have a right to tell someone how they should defend their wife.
Bro,
That's really it at the end of the day.
He chose what to do, and I highly disagree
You
with
wouldn't.
it.
Okay, you wouldn't do the same thing in the situation. But who are we to tell someone how to react to their wife being disrespected?
So let me
multiple times.
But at the same point,
we're sitting here talking about the end of his career, like he like stabbed the dude. He slapped him. It's not that serious. What are we upset because he did it in front of a bunch of people on camera? Who cares?
Whoa. This is Will Smith that we're talking about. It is serious because Will Smith doesn't even fucking cuss in his raps. Like, Will Smith is like the saint of all of us.
Will Smith hasn't rapped.
That doesn't matter.
Will Smith's image has taken a crazy hit over the last 2 years. I promise you, slapping someone is the least of his concerns.
I doubt it, man.
Nah, I disagree with that.
I think he's gonna lose. I mean, it's not gonna be the death of his career. That was an over exaggeration.
Yeah,
he's definitely gonna lose sponsorships. He's definitely gonna lose charities. He's definitely gonna lose the income that he could have been making because of that slap. That slap is ubiquitous.
I'm actually willing to bet the exact opposite because of the fact that it wasn't just like he decided to like fight someone. He was defending his wife,
bro.
Like, I think
if it was anybody but Chris Rock, he would have gotten punched in the back of his head.
That would have been a brawl. What
does that have to do with anything,
bro?
It was Chris Rock and it was him. So what does that have to do with anything? That's like the person that was like, what if that was Betty White? She could have fallen back and hit her head.
No, that's
it wasn't. It's who it was. It's the situation it was. Exactly. So why was bigger than anyone else? It was Chris Rock and it was Will Smith. So he was defending his wife.
I want to ask you.
Okay, let me ask.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you guys this: outside of the actors called and actors that are in the Actors Guild, has anyone said anything negative about Will Smith? Because that's all I've seen is other actors saying, "Oh, maybe he shouldn't have done that," and the Actors Guild saying that.
They're actually talking about it.
Yeah, they're gonna suspend him for a year. Who cares? He just won his first Oscar after being in the industry for 30 years. Who gives a shit? Okay, he can't come to the Oscars. Oh no, end of the world.
Shannon Sharp said
I don't know.
He would have busted his ass.
I don't know. I've seen Kanye do much worse, and he's banned for life. So, I mean, I've seen Kanye do much less.
You think Kanye's done less?
No. So yes. Kanye has done.
Like he's done less serious things and been banned.
So physically he has done less things. Psychologically,
I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear here. Kanye West getting on stage in the middle of what's her face's speech. We think that wasn't as bad as what Will Smith did.
No, it's not.
No,
not at all.
Y'all are being dead serious?
I'm dead
Bro,
serious.
you are fucking stupid. If you think that's worse.
Can I just ask?
Sure.
What did Taylor Swift do to deserve any part of what Kanye West did to her?
Nothing.
What I just okay.
Nothing.
And we don't think Chris Rock did anything to deserve any type of action.
Making a fucking low-hanging joke?
Light-hearted joke. That is nothing.
It's not a light-hearted joke when you're making fun of someone's health. It's not. You guys can think it's fine with it. It's not.
You act like she's about to die. She got alopecia.
Right. Yeah, like, okay. Bro, that is so.
But again,
alopecia is different from cancer.
Yeah. I know exactly what alopecia is. My mother has it. I know exactly what it is. But again, you're talking about someone who has come out publicly and talked about her struggles with her alopecia and hair loss. So again, you can say, okay, cool, I'm making a joke. You unfortunately know your audience. And know the person that you're making the joke about. Again, you don't get to choose how someone reacts.
You don't get to choose how someone reacts, but that doesn't support fucking.
I just can't go and make a joke about the fucking Holocaust and then happen to like have a bunch of Jews in the crowd and be like, oh, it was just a joke. No, if they're gonna react how they want to react,
they can be mad about it. They can bully you.
We can sit here and say, okay, it was just a lighthearted joke. But for someone with alopecia, it's not a lighthearted joke, and unfortunately. He found out. What do you want me to tell you,
bro? No, like you're telling
That's
me
wild.
that literally the female version of male pattern baldness is literally the reason why somebody got fucking slapped in the face.
Alopecia.
Clocked.
No, I don't. baldness.
It's not a female
we can-
thing. It's like anyone can get
we
alopecia.
can- yeah, it's not the
But-
female version of male pattern baldness. He didn't get clocked. Like, he slapped him, and it wasn't that serious of a slap. Again, y'all are making it sound like he went up there and, like,
it was
pretty
kind of
heavy
a good slap.
slap.
I don't know what you mean,
That was not-
bro. That was a good slap. That was a
Nah,
quality
They
slap.
heard that slap all the way in the back.
Bro, that shit was.
I got it.
See, bro, why? See, now you're trying to diminish the quality of a slap. I'm giving Will Smith credit here. That was a good ass slap.
Listen.
We just gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think there's any right or
Bro,
wrong. I don't think it's any of
I
our
No,
said
there
that
is-
a long time ago, bro. I said
physically assaulting
physically
assaulting someone is always going to be wrong. Period. Like that's not like
Disagree.
there's no right or wrong about it.
There's no circumstance where physically assaulting someone is I'm not talking about legally speaking, but socially acceptable. No. Again,
Unless
and
you're
again,
defending yourself, then
this-
I disagree.
Okay,
Yeah, killer.
that's fine. Like I said, the same way I started the whole conversation, I'm not saying that I would have done the same thing as Will Smith, but I'm also going to say you don't get to choose how someone reacts to disrespect.
Bro, no one gets to choose how someone else reacts because you're not them. I agree
Exactly.
with that, but that doesn't make it right.
Chris Rock wasn't right either. So
I was like me being allowed to slap the shit out of someone because they stepped on my white sneakers. Come on, bro.
that's what we're doing now. We're
I'm just
comparing-
saying. You're just saying.
No,
No,
okay.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
comparing it to nonsense,
insulted
man.
his
You're just
shoes.
You just said you can't choose. You can't get to decide how someone reacts.
Is that disrespect or is that an accident? Because I said you don't get to choose how someone else reacts to disrespect. Someone stepping on your shoes is not disrespect; it's an accident. Unless they do it on purpose, then hey man, if you want to slap them, I can't tell you what to do. If those shoes mean a lot to you, that's your business. But that's an accident, man.
So how about
Anyway.
this? Somebody calling you the N-word, like literally, that doesn't mean you get to punch them in the face. Granted, you want to. They probably deserve it.
Nothing outside of someone putting hands on you. Nothing ever means you can put your hands on someone in a legal sense. But yeah, if someone calls me, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of them. What are you talking about?
I mean, that's true, and
What? So what are you?
But
Bruh,
Talking
bruh, you look, both of y'all just stop, bruh. we not getting nowhere right now.
Fam,
We not getting nowhere.
I
Like I
just
said,
don't
I
like.
think we just gotta agree to disagree.
sure, whatever.
Fair enough.
Anyways, so that's why I say
slap heard around the world.
that's why I saved that for last, because I assumed this was gonna happen. Anyways, Chris, it's your turn. Go have fun.
Bruh, I don't even feel like talking about it, bro.
Chris said we said enough.
You know what? All right. Well,
I'm sorry, bro. Like it. I was like, bro, like, why
Mom, Dad, Uncle, don't fight.
like, bro, like, why people always gotta drink and drive at extreme speeds, bro? At extreme speeds.
So, would you like me to explain it?
Go ahead, bro. 'Cause I just can't. I can't put any more energy into it.
Alright, well, the normal Chris don't be a shitty human being part, I guess, is gonna have an Avery edition today. So, this was, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, 21-year-old girl, likes to drink, and she, went out, had a couple of drinks, got a little slizzard, and she decided to drive home. While driving, I guess she topped out at a speed of 110 that the police or the state patrollers caught her at. Pulled her over. While she was pulled over, she made a tweet. It's like, "Yo, how I get pulled over? Going 110." She ends up getting released because there is a situation where a pedestrian was injured, I believe, on the highway. So the state troopers let her go because they considered her less of a danger or a priority than the person who was injured. Turns out she was so drunk that she ends up ramming into the state police car, I believe, knocking both state troopers over the actual railing, and they were on an overpass, instantly killing both of them, and the car ends up hitting the injured pedestrian, also killing him, while she was absolutely plastered. So, yeah, she is currently on trial for that. So, yeah. What
Question.
Yes.
What race was she?
She's black.
She's black.
Black.
Yeah. 21 light
What,
skin year old shorty.
Did you talk about the Twitter stuff?
I only talked about the one Twitter post she had said while she was pulled over, which was, "I can't believe I got pulled over." Or
so
I was going
even like,
110.
okay, so even like days before that, she had like multiple like other Twitter posts.
Bro, days?
About, like,
you mean like 2 months?
No, I'm talking like, but like the most recent one was from like a day or two prior though, where she was talking about like driving drunk and saying like how she's always drunk and driving drunk and stuff.
Bro, she had that shit for like
wild.
like over like the last 2 months, bro. Like it's not just the last couple of days. Like she was.
I'm just saying the most recent text messages about her talking about driving drunk was like from the day or like 2 days before.
And I'm just saying that was a pattern, bro. That wasn't like a random occurrence. That's all I'm saying. But continue what you're saying. Sorry.
No, I was just making sure you brought that up. The fact that like she was like tweeting about this stuff too.
Yeah,
like,
because she like I said, it was like she like there's tweets dating back from like last year. She was like, "Bro, I'm drunk and I just want to get drunker." And like there was like a consistent pattern of her talking about like how she just wanted to get drunk. Like somebody, excuse me, somebody literally went on her page and just like put in the word drunk, and there was like 18 posts, like 18 to like 25 posts, and I was like, bro, I haven't even made 18 to 25 fucking posts on my fucking Twitter. Like, how you got more posts about being drunk than I do, like, just as a person? So, like, I don't know. Like, I feel sorry because she's young, but at the same time, like, the same shit that I said with, like, Shikari is just like, bro, if you do something stupid knowing what the rules are, then it's kind of on you, dog.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say there. I don't feel sorry for her.
I do because she's young. But at the same time, I also feel more sorry for the pedestrian and the 2 state troopers. And I don't even like the cops. But, like, that shit's, like, really fucked.
Yeah. She's 21. At 21, you know better, bro. Like, and one of my biggest things is, and listen, I'm not gonna grandstand and act like I've never driven inebriated.
I haven't. I'm a saint.
Anyway, but like you have to know your own limit. 1 and 2, like I'm assuming we're all about the same age. We, for the most part, kind of grew up and came of age at a time when there wasn't really Ubers and Lyfts around. Like, these people have had Uber and Lyft at their disposal since they were like 12. Early teens, if not like elementary school kids. Like, fam, just use the app, man. Because I'll tell you, I mean, a DUI is going to cost you $5 to $10 grand minimum at the end of the day.
More than that at this point.
Yeah, depending on the state you live in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just Even if the Uber's expensive, bro, just pay that 100. It's worth it.
Yeah,
I mean, now a 21-year-old's life is done. I mean, it's over.
Well, so I think she can get up to a max of.
Yeah, but even if she gets out of jail, like that's on her jacket, so it's over.
Yeah, because she has.
I don't think she should.
She has
To be
triple.
honest, yeah.
They're not gonna. So the thing is, like, the max sentence she's gonna get would be, I think, 30 years, and I think the minimum is 9. I said she's probably gonna get 15.
Yeah, she'll
Five
probably get 15
five for each, and
yeah, but I mean, again, you come out with that, like you can't go and like you're very limited in what you can do after that fact.
Very true.
Her life is fucked.
Very true.
I mean, it's her own making, so I don't know if
I'm
bad,
like,
yeah.
I
said, I don't feel bad.
Yeah,
I feel bad from the aspect of
the situation is sad. I'll say that.
Yeah, I feel bad for the fact that she's 21. I don't feel bad that her dumbass fucking went and did all that shit. Like, she definitely deserves to be in jail for all that shit. But it's still unfortunate that a 21-year-old is going to jail and won't be out, at least minimum, like, until she's 30, if not even longer. Like, the bare minimum is 30, because I think they said that the bare minimum for the crime that she committed is 9 years. So
I always thought it was going to be more with 3 manslaughter charges.
It could be concurrent, depending. So, because I thought manslaughter was 5 to 15 years for a single charge of it. So, but I also don't remember what state she's in, and different states charge different things for it.
I think she's in Philly. She's in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
If I saw correctly.
I don't know Pennsylvania law, but yeah. So when they did an interview with somebody who was like a state lawyer or whatever it was, they said it was like somewhere. They said that minimum was 9, max was 30. So that's just what I'm going off, the person who is a lawyer, because they probably know the state law of that state more than I do. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just like one of those things. It was just like, bro, like, how do you even? It's not even how you get into that, because fucking people, like, we've all been fucking stupid. It's just we don't make dumb choices to that degree, and I don't know. It's just hard to conceptualize all of that stuff. But yeah, that kind of sucks. It's an unfortunate situation for all of that, and also to the people listening and the people out there in the world who actually give a shit. Don't drive drunk. It's not worth it. Really not.
Never is.
Like, get an Uber. Trust me, you will be in a much better place. Your wallet may not be, but you might actually survive.
And if you can't afford Uber, sleep in your car, man.
And if you're gonna sleep in your car, especially now with push to start, sleep in the back of your car, because you can actually still get charged with the DUI, sleeping in your sleeping in the driver's seat with a push to start.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Yeah,
that's not fine.
Yeah.
getting.
No. I'm not saying that's fine. I'm just saying it's fine. I'm not gonna bother. Like,
just call it Uber, man. Call Uber. Leave your car there.
I'm
just saying, like, if you can't afford an Uber, just sleep in your car.
Yeah.
Just sleep it off.
Like if you're.
Avery knows they found me in my car from a bar one time.
That is true.
Knock the fuck out.
I took pictures.
Take that nap. Just sleep in the car, bro. It's not worth it, man.
He had a teddy bear and blanket and all.
And I
So I'm reading here.
relax.
I was reading here what she got charged with. So she got charged with 3 counts of third-degree murder.
Oh, they didn't even give her
Wait,
vehicular
third
manslaughter?
degree.
They just gave her
Yeah,
murder?
I thought it was manslaughter.
No, they hit her with 3 charges of third-degree murder. Yeah, 3 counts of third-degree murder, 3 counts of homicide by vehicle, and 3 counts of involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, that's the one I knew about.
So she might be in there even longer, because in Pennsylvania, the maximum sentence for a third-degree murder is 40 years.
Oof.
I feel like it's gonna be hard for them to make murder stick though.
Mm-hmm.
No, so
vehicular
third-degree
homicide.
murder. Well, third-degree murder is only available in 3 states: Florida, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota.
Of course.
And what it says here is that their third-degree murder and manslaughter are very similar, but third-degree murder charge can differentiate between them in different ways. I'm trying to figure out what this is.
Unintentional killing while committing a non-violent felony. So I guess they're
Yeah.
basically gonna say that she was because she was driving drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's where it goes to third murder.
Third murder. Yeah. Maybe.
Hey man, like I said, her life is fucked.
Yeah, I would say not my
May
problem.
it be a lesson. May it be a lesson.
Yeah. It seems like
youngsters.
the DA wants to just hit her with the book. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, 2 cops were killed, so you know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, they're
Yo.
they're about to drag her. So yeah.
You know how that's gonna go.
They're gonna hit her as hard as they can.
I hope she has a good lawyer.
Back the blue. Back the blue. That's what they say. Thin blue line.
So, Chris, you have anything you want to add to this?
No.
Good to know. So, I think that's all of the topics that we have for today. Once again, thank you so much, David, for coming on to the podcast. I think we all really appreciated hearing your perspective of Twitch and stuff, and I know personally I learned a lot, and I enjoyed it. Also, fuck Shaq. And yeah, you guys have anything else you guys want to say?
Oh man, just appreciate y'all having me on the podcast. It's nice just being able to shoot the shit.
Yeah, man.
And
Swing back through whenever, man.
Yeah, if y'all ever have any questions or just want to chat about Twitch and things that are going on with the company, you know what my handle is, so
Well,
reach out.
would you like to drop your handle on anything? You're more than free than welcome to.
Yeah, so for those who are on the Discord, it's just DSmith. I keep it very simple. Twitch, PlayStation, Xbox, all DSmith_NA. Because DSmith was taken. And yeah, as far as just like IG and whatnot, D.Smith23. That's it.
Cool. Do you have Twitter?
I do. Actually, yeah. I just forgot what my Twitter handle was, so I was asking about it. But my Twitter handle is just DMSmith0918. So.
Neat. Well, we appreciate you being here. Chuck, you got any places you want people to follow you?
No, not at all.
Not even MySpace anymore?
No, I deleted my space last week.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Tom kept playing with me, so that's it.
100% unfortunate. Chris, you alive and functioning?
Barely.
Do you have any places that you want people to follow you?
Jet_kamikaze. Anything you got? If I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not.
Good to know. All right, for me, let's see. Obviously, if you're here watching it live, it's Truth55 with 2 H's. Twitter is Truth_Ave, I think with 2 H's as well. And check out the Truth55 highlight channel on YouTube. Also check out the Poor Decision podcast channel on YouTube as well. This video as well as episode 24 episode 24 will be out tonight. But yeah, episode 25 will be out probably sometime next week. David, pick a color that's not purple.
Damn.
Were you really gonna say purple?
I was about to say purple.
Oh, thank God.
Shit. Lavender.
That's still purple.
Hey.
I've literally made
Burgundy.
like. That's fine.
There you go. Still kind of purple.
I mean, it's more red than purple, but sure, I'm fine with that. Yeah. But yeah, all right. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, but thank you everybody for coming. Once again, special thank you to David for coming to episode 25. Are we doing another shot? Yes or no? We can do it off stream.
Bruh, I'm going to bed, bro.
I'm not
Damn.
doing another voice.
Damn,
I gotta
Shaq.
sleep.
Damn, Shaq. Talking all of that shit about trying to do shots, and now you backing out. That's crazy.
I did 3.
Okay, so
Yeah,
did
but I normally
I.
drink water. That is, yeah, but I normally drink water.
Hey,
This
yeah,
is
but
better than
but
I
you
used to.
the motherfucker talking shit. So if you want,
How was I talking shit?
oh wow, you don't want to do no shot? That's crazy. I thought we was doing all the
Right,
shots.
and then I did shots.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm done doing shots.
All right, that's cool. Either way, all
It
right.
is 11:40.
Yeah. We all know it's past your bedtime. That's not important right now.
Exactly.
We talking shit. This is shit talking moments. But
Yeah,
anyways,
we can talk shit without taking more shots.
yeah,
Perfect.
but we could also take. We could also
No,
talk
dude.
shit with taking shots. All right, that's cool.
I can't afford the calories.
Yes, you can. Shut up. Anyways, thank you everybody for coming. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you in episode 26. Thank you for coming. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.
Adios.